tu ho no eno na meme da bia ye de ebremu na ene ye hye ye bedi koma kwa chirichiri ye pa sanse ya me ni amre a asemefa yase yankasa de be hu ane se agye agu na se jigu so amenu mienu nyina ane ye bebre be ka se jigu a na yoman ho asam na ye ka enti de be hia amani de fondo nim de aboa ametumi ato adwene atwe empadifo adwene de sinima do bi so no eno ene bebe ne nanopai enti de be bia wo bia no me so wa krado so wo twen ye no de be adwuma de akopem se ebekwa wiye ye social media handles awdo ni nyina no Facebook titiri okwa dwuma de no na ho live eno so betum da adwene kirafa ho aba no bia so ho de ho so susu se ye a ebetumi ane de abo oman na ma oman na tumi akora ni medin de Agya Kwabena na ne production team no won hyehyɛ de kama ade ama me so me de beba kama na bedwafo so adwene kirafa kama be wi ase no so ahwe atie de kama na bibia akona wiye kama Ghana mani putu ene ne kankontia enti de ye no ye beka enya ye beka esanse oman eye me ene wo ye nyina de sanke bia kra wo kra no nya kwabete na ha akabeka chinse na beka no na so de aniode beka we must say it as it is we say betu bia nim ese ye ka de ye wa kro nani na mansan hu se ne ma bi nkoye wo baabi eye Ghana o man Ghana yo ma bi nyakopon hira ye pa na so ya hwe ye nhira no edane no me o man Ghana nyakopon wa hira ye pa na so ye ne ye bi ayama o man ni hira no ayadan enome ye tumi nya bibia afa ma ye ho se Ghana fo ha adwene ye tumi nya bibia ma ye ho se ye Ghana fo ye so Japade ni this is what we are known for say Ghana David ye tumi we can manage our own yakasa de no ye tumi hwe so ye na sei eni Ghana Airways meboa eni wu ye ni Ghana Airways. Now I quite remember, I think about 2-3 years ago. Na we say fufu bro, yeah, airline fufu na a place being in social media. Ghana flag bobo ho. Away. Atro na danko a. Atro ani na danko a. Esan say wo mo kan ye ti be ye denti wo mo kan ya ne so ye oni agya. Den na Ghana Airways gu ye. Ye ha na egu no. Adwumayefo wo ho no, wo ma na egu no. Wo ma na egu no. Ode ne mpra ne na ebusuafo kwa brochire da bia ekodi 1 week 2 weeks no maba wo branka obi an ye ready so becha ticket na ode akono ayema ode ne mpanafo en na ebusuafo na gum entikesi yenya ne yenya yede ne sama Ghana Airways agu ena STC wahi STC jina na so ye mo bi no for STC so many times ebre yesusa na sa time no basa na use no they did the Casbora Citra and na STC the friend Casbora Citra and na STC ye tu kwanko ba bia ani ye de kokwansa sa na STC ba fam kura akwa remember no ma donko openi ba bia obi ame manache en kan health minister JJ Abreso obi so STC mu no pagya ne kakra en kakra na STC sabe gina so kakra fine en na me no ka say STC egu ade oban Ghana ye transport e ba ko STC en na me no ka say egu ye tire kwan enye ye keteke ntumi ko ba bia amampana da mesa abreso no eba kubia na fita ma eba teshi nungwane na atefo ne nkran ha ewai agu ene BRT san hyehyeye omo ye se ye betumi agina ba bia twa ticket uduru abeka junction ha ya Fidelity Bank na nim ho no wo mo office wo ho okutwa ticket ya na bribia na ode kodeba ye esuesu abrochire fon kakra ene wo he ane ewe eni to mo hyeda ba yi twetwa kwa bi kora tototo ye kwa ye we nche se na be ya edo bus na be fa ho ene buses no we egugu na epro mentiasi o mentiasi o wo ti ase me de mentiasi ye tumi nya bibi ma ye ho so man Ghana yɛtumi nya bibia etabere bi agye sa hoho na bɛba anse na tumi hu sɛ yɛ Ghana fo ana nimdeɛ bebrebe nyina akyi deɛ hu hi ɛsɛsɛ yɛde bo ɔman no yɛadwene ni so ɛyɛ manager pade ti yɛsɛ no I quite remember what the KK di me ma wache bra KK di yɛsɛ munatu bi ho nsɛm ba yɛ bebree ne yɛ kɔkɔ to bi wɔ Workers College ho hey court dan ni na sɛ wokɔ AMA empona no ho one court dan esi ho nso ta na ɛbo judge mentiasio and the state housing corporation away ɛdan bɛ na ɔman ni sidi ama na manfo so ɔmo ntinam mentiasio ayasɛm asɛsi etumi sɔre kan o ɛsɛsi yɛde etumi nyina ma nipa kuma bi so ɔmo nsom na ɔmo ni yɛ ni ma yɛn kɔ yɛ nim na sɛ yɛde etumi na ma ɔmo na so ɔmo nya ɔmo adwuma yi a we should be bold and tell them say masa mo bon mo ba de mo bedi nti ye de etumi ama mo no mo nwene ye ho anopa me hwe daily graphic anu me yure ho papa ene ekɔ hospital sa ne ma nko ye Koforodua Central Hospital apin for the dafom appeal for the famo in this 21st century regional capital hospital appeal for the dafom yadwin enti Koforodua po ekuru kese mu mponi o enkurotu atwa ho ahia nyinara asem bi ba ɛhɔ ne yɛde kɔ appeal for the dafom as we speak hwɛ Ghanaian Times ani manyam na meka eni your professors, your academia, your engineers, and ne baby udu musa ufi of ankoba udu musa e say netie and ajika akwa nafa mentiasi o netie na ajika akwa nafa o and so the starting set out aso kakra e say the netia agikota nafa sa wona main road no so na say nso to wie na say ewia boa na say kasa kese nam so a efuturo nko a ye N1 no hey mentiasi o de wo hi esese ye de bo ma na ye nwene ho LGBTQ+ a sabe ene me ne me yere ye o party ase a no obi so ne krama ba ho a na ese ne krama na eni kuna na sa ne yere no ano ne yadwene ho ano na so called professors no mo so mo sua huma kwa kire o ma ben no eno ho eno mo ka human rights se oba kwa wo so a onya babi na a oda fam o hospital no akwada ya wo no a oni mo hwe a oda fam no eno na sesa mo kuma human rights eno ni human rights eno ene human rights enti so called professors no ani abenfo ani wo mo eben mampani a o mani abre se LGBTQ+ no yefa ehu hyem no mo hu we ya na mente da mo ye nase mente ase omani mem the country is sinking mo me antena sin kata ya ni ame yenye ne se bia de na ekoyie omani mem and it's a fact Mummy, I'm sorry. One will share me a fool say, I mean, a man, you must say, me can I me. A foul who, a foul who. And I make us say, be a crown and you're quite better than her. I come back catch and said, I'm making. Let's be bold and speak out. Yem will be a case of one shame. Man, penny boy, 8 years or quoi? MP, 4 years, so the 3 years, no be a home. Or quoi? Minister neba no so 4 years so you be okọ send the packet 2 just about 500 people no ye de ehyebre nyina hye omo nsa about 30 million ye de ehyebre hye sa ni paketo yi nsa but the careless womo nwene ye ho kasa nko a abodin akese vulnerable my foot vulnerable my foot yawo esa se medwene hom sit for the 10 years ebe akirema ede na omba beto so man ede na omba beto so ede na nkwada no ede about 20 30 40 years ago just 20 years ago po na Ghana nti say you sorry e fu say dan bi asisi baby ni na development na enye development ni dan asisi baby o development ni say kakra na wo no wo ye ni neat na ho fe na ho tie na development o opa me yesi dan free ha baby a kopoma flawo yesi dan free ha baby a kopoma takrade baby a dan wo na ho nya fi enye development ni say baby kitu bi a ye twetwa kwan ni ye ya ka no ye kota ye gu kota no fefe gates de da ho ye dua flowers obi atwa mo say nipa neto enye nimpan neto and na development makasa kasa be say human rights na ye ka ho asem no ene se oba kwa wo so a onya baby na Koforidua Central Hospital oda fam eno na me hwe kwan say mo professors mo be kode ama say eye human right me sa debate no mo your parliament so bia meche na adwene fa sebe oba ma okase wakoko hu nantwie bi ebia na nantwie no kura na mu odi na cho se me yere no enye sem chibisem when yet won ye adwene ho so bia mfa na adwene kiremra si yen ware mmoa na aba ana yenye nipa a wo muso no muso mo sua de me hu wo no muso mo ni book pa wo no muso mo ni mmra pa wo no muso matena brochire pa a wo nim ni wo ni de pa osua hunu pa wo na giagina mu se yen ware mmoa enti mo no obi kura ne kraman no ne na mo se ni kunu no obo hu no obi ne kraman na o se me yere no obi aponchi bi no ne nam mo akọ party na wo no yere mo address out table no no so na ponchi am begina ho o so ni kunu aba ai we are sick anu ne yete ho na ye debate anu na yete ho ana ye debate say nkrofon form adwen kiremra precious time ana ye say no ana ye nya dipa wo mo ba mampani wo mo so agiagiram din say and on tiase won tiase kwana kwatena kwa dia wo be fi akọ asofo na mo ho ya me nwanwa asofo akese o ma Ghana mu no mo ho ya me nwanwa ma ye din Bible na kan susu bia ne ma Yakobon de say wi ase no no wa bre so no na ose na bone adoso enti na bone ahodro bebre ene Yakobon kabo mu e de su yire baaye ba Sodom and Gomorrah ade bako pe no gina so nti a o de say ho e ade bako pe ene gege nsem eno wotum se eye no nko a o ene Yakobon gina so e de say Sodom and Gomorrah etianu ne ye gidi afa so man so obi nware kraman obi nware kusie obi nware dabo obi nware nantwie ponko adanko dua ne anya kokodrofo gina ho se wo moko de ama emma so ne emma so china chi na sofo na ma edin no Bible na mo kan no mon kan ni good morning ena ya be din komo na ya de aseda e ma specialist nsuo se na no pay wo musu ya sene specialist de me bodin a na me se eyensuo korje hwe de wo sachet mu no ati se de wo to no pepepe enyo bia botomu na ye ayi nti no wotumi anto we kura na so to de wo sachet mu no a se de wo to mu no ya so no so korje no sa pepepe ene aso ne so e de gu sachet mu nti wo nom eno a we ya na wo nom no wonu we so a sachet na e na wo nom yenye yiyi mu ana special drink no so wo ho eno anadwo some be late no some do fie no na me hwe say me bu free am say special cooler no akoye say no ogu na ni kire me say wo am say ani abrei na me boy me die papa into so me bi ntina fridge mu abrei bi ani je beba fie this way chocolate drink and coffee drink me no ma vim ne fi go am de ba na nya samkutu anu kire say carry fi na ba na obo adwuma na me say buroni ne ka o kan dan o say what a tea man ha nya samkuma anu ti no bia no pay na bebo papa enu achi ye wo libi trust na libi trust ye kan wasemi eye dro ye de ko etia malaria na me ka libi trust a farmer trust for na de aba wo hu eye trust gidie yes farmer trust pharmacy eye trust o mo pa wo wiase nyina no eye farmer trust enti o mo do mu nyuru so ba ye gidi ye trust no enti farmer trust for the malaria drug for no lumi trust enso de anie ye the strawberry ene kwadu ena afra enti na kwada no de gu nanimu a ne denti no obenom enso entuntum bi e ha adwene bia no woboa malaria bia wa na adwene so betiti abusuan bia woboa ene ti ma binti na fi abere bia na kwara no hododo nkakram na mu se malaria nko ade a lumi trust na de ama no na ye woni pires nso wo ho ene empanyifo de a ene de kwara mi lumi transport enu nie enu so eye press se ne yetaka no na titifu ye ka ne press enti enu ye mpanyifo de a enu so enso de anie nkwada de na mpanyifo enso ye de anie entonton na de to aye ko no ye no mama ko na ye na ada ne fitaa otumi nye ye hu me foko malaria do amekanfo de ma pa enu ene lumi trust ena enu achi ensonso wu ahudo bebre na ensonso no mu din ye de keke wo de tie din no tapeworm, tape. Hookworm, hook. Threadworm, thread. Pinworm, panier, pinworm. Roundworm, and a fee, shipworm. One chamba, oh, your funumu. Samson singing I and son swan. I will send me to me, Bidika Canama me, Bobo from me, of a fintesu, then you saw the Nisam, just say, and so soon almost took a good pedu anymore. I say the passes a winning more. Enti sunsun ra ya busuan chemfa no enu nie eye Trazor 400 Trazor 400 o trust na wazo aka ho enu ano no wawie woni eye ensunsun eni ase bia woni abusuan nyina enti bi ntina fi abere bia former transfer na de baaye ya da o ase pharmacy shop ne drugstore bia kwa wo sabetumi aka bi o padodo atu so a for former transfer I was 0561 088 663 0561 088663 and after 0561 088666 former transfer there the pam chow with the omo the asem we are going to pour our sin ye kotwetwe yesam yesia ye afe na enum ayhwam na kojak father menti say ha ye be kasa asre ha be bie yenum be fe yesen obi otwa photo wa say anya sa no ho na nyefo no wofe pa na mu no yese ya enkoyi obi aso ntimi nsere bi wana nesere sa osia pura kojafo paste om de aba no na me kanfo de ma on de di kan ni kojak p oh man unfa bi twetwe osia waka akire o fa twetwe osi esan say esibi we very sensitive pa esibi so ha kakra na say promoja ni paste ni ya ye no sonko se na be ya ebeboa ama emoji efi osi ase na osi na sensitive no ebe bacteria bi obi na be kum no ama osi anya hoden ena yesan wo we nso eno na adwuma ye pa ene say ema osi ye din ema osi achi na me ye din ema se wo home wo kasa nso a enframa be fi wonu beba no hwehwehwam kama pa ene ye di bidia ye no hey eno ema yesia ye fita kojak fo na di kan ade bidie paste baye o ma ka chiri nyina suisu kojak nti kojak de na ye papa bidie no so guma hodro bidie ye de ye twitwi ye setetete no eno bi na kojak fo de aye nti mansan kan wo de na dro we de me bodi na me ni age Your friend pro code. Manu pro code bebre, manu ma che papa. Wonu se na mnum se Kwadwo na ye. Num se abrochire dure die, abrochire dure se na ga na he ya. Enti Kwadwo no pay me twa mo pruse pa. Kwadwo e the pro code about to so cop pharmacy shop, drug stop, na se wo so ayo pepu na kire wo tie wo ya wensi bi why nofu bi hunam ya wo ya na se je say o pe dure betumi aboa ama pepu na kwa e pro code professional code obeyi na fi ama ho tumi ato ana yesan wo wenso we no ye frɛ no mouth bath Kojak P mouth bath eno wodi gu wanum ana de gina wanum kakra ye no bibi ansa wo de fa gina wanum fa gina wo siase gina wanum na fi no wapu agu bacteria no so se nani eden se dempo a bi gina fi ho ama wo sen aye kama eno ti o kɔ drugstore pharmacy shop supermarket bia na se wo papo sen a Kwadwo de na to na se wo pe pro code so abako pe Kwadwo de na se woje na fe wenso Kojak P mouth bath no onsa ebetumi akabi Kojak product de woni problem kra eno ti wo mo so yasene na no pe makasa kakra no onso ba bia wo bia no de amekan no sɔre waka demonstration kra be ye asɔre tia sansem hunu ya sabi ekoso manga na mu no saa na tie ene aye Roger Cote birthday Roger Cote, head of production war UTV despite media ha especially UTV your friend no Mr. Q and an many nyina na Cote onkwa enti we dey Roger, good morning. Happy birthday. Nyakopon shira no man kwantenti an wode ahye ne ma. Na Mrs. Q. And name him say ba me something go happen. Both up and down. But the up one make reserve for some for me. But the down one they I know say in there be special so that one there I beg I no go talk. Enti abushani nyina any production team we fie nyina say Roger, happy birthday. Enti madama yen ton kratia wa na yemra eba abedwafo aye krado abedwafo beba na fi nkomo ebedie no edoso ye papa jey enra na yedi na fi nipo baby ko wa maga na yedi anka sanka ono kwa pie baby a wo kasem beka bom wo ho ena me nka bom may he so rest in perfect peace na se Metro Mass RBT je basis ni gua bebre no BRT basis ni gua bebre no e collapse we be kan wasem but a very beautiful lady here owo say mama Jiduasi ewran ho fe papa yo hema oframanta mu kuro wo so na mi hye anim she's so beautiful ahofe nyina achi omanga ne ntumi fanya de pa bi amfa mama ne nkonanim we nyina eye and a doctor Ericantia Mohammed, a medical doctor at the age of 21. She's so beautiful. Oh, a doctor ni you would diano, they are canny for any dear more. Until the young anymore. And I'm Sanka Cranka, and I am cotton cramra, Minya, Patty. Madame, I am cotton cresses here by. There could be around a day. Yet the best so. A critical issue, you be say no as it is. No saboteur, a Kwaba. from Kwabena.
Yeah, yes.
You have a call. Every addition mama yakoya yaba bra so se yedi nkomo and critical issue nsem e beka ne makomako miensa nsem ti besusu ne makomako miensa nansa na no and Roger birthday se na bi kan no ti bro happy birthday we dey fie nyina news team ne production team ne obi bia se ma happy birthday cameraman ni nyina se men kan cho se ne o mo hwehwe bibi ofie ha pa ai production team se ne o hwehwe bibi ofie ha pa wona yakwa Saturday ni padodo no ama etifaka bibra na mande wo ba wo dia ba say ve because one farmer ya no go be kapa papa wo dress pa nti se ne man ba so no wait wo mu pa wo de envelope kra ka ho a chicha kra na you know it's normal I say nti good morning and then so didn't ya bibia na biama adoani bibiana biama adoani uko school ewo Good Shepherd Preparatory School ewo Ablekuma City Gate. You are 7 years old today. This is from your father Isaac Ekuyamwa Boatin. Enti udin the dead ten ema o entiri enkwa se wanyina bedum pempenso a waduro no ene de bedwendwene ho no won wasema isi oketa eketa won ti krondi hu eye keta ekaya anwea eye anwea eta eye ti soro nti anwea so nso no hohoro wo se bibi no over 3,000 people enya bibi for mutinto. Those are the issues as I say adwendwene ho. Those are the issues that ye dey adwenkyere ni nsusu ye ko parliament say ye adwenkyere wo kwan be fa so a ye betumi ma ensu ewo amount for titin pona no on betumi ahente ye ni say ya obi amfa ne proposal na say na adwenkyere mra na ke de ko anya sa LGBTQ+ once we are ye gina mutitin for me sana bi de me hu no nti ene be ka wasem pa esanse asem hia na ufancheme mampende da mama nso ebo aproma mu ni nyina mu na enene na nsa ena ode kwa na wie ye kra a okọ enkran na nkran ha or say tank Ghana or day in Simbi a buy. Na ne some buy no or kind no or cafe may see Casamu, among yourself, a kenny, and in Yamahu doing now, or canina, a new man mebunye, and in some out of be. Now, bro, can in some new year, no. I can say, be no so I drink chere, and this is your for any anu ye. I demand. It's a bashing some of a panic panini can, you know. Man pended a mamma can, you know. You be shading in a brebemua. Near side so, as some no can, you know, a woman in a swore, and so womb, and so genemu, and now say, a where you become once and pa, since I see me here. And chair, or my son, a henny, now she be with my son, a henny at the budget table. Good for share can say, near my back of home. I shan't for share can say, near my back of home. A dread for share can say, Sikai Sika Semi said, I mean, see. A 2 baby the baby, you can say baby there free ho. And somebody, and I feel budget wrong. Media may share no. That can't say, sorry. Until Ubia so ever can't do or share can say budget. Yet the room, and Pedda Mamma crack and say, what share the way near my corner, a beer. Or the taxes be a sayaba, or society. It's a no see as some ever share. Na Eddie home come up. It's a ne, a bit of phone a crado, and Eddie Ebreno. A quite cheery partner, so Nina a year. And ne, and me wo Mensa Thompson or your executive director Edema at Sepa or no, at Timini Faso pay or not Timini Fasui. And me wo Dr. Bunsu Uwusu or say, political analyst. Or no so and not see a church or no face me direct into the animal say or no be facing no. I know my kai me teacher chairman of class 2. A friend teacher nyako. Na o kyerɛ me nwum bi mɛto ansa na sorry timi huna na maka me teacher ne pa Dr. Bonsu yɛma wakɔ aba me san so wɔ Solomon Owusu oyɛ businessman and as a businessman na budget yɛ de no hwɛ kwan sɛ yɛbɛyɛ dollar no it dey run like you say boat or it dey run like me yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛ de ho komo na yɛtumi ehu baby yɛse yɛ de fa na fei engineer Isaka Amon Kote wono oye civil engineer and a local government expert. It is civil engineer ni so na they say ta anwea na beje e ka akwan na fa no civil engineer be chirichiri mu wan chirichiri mu ansa na we free ha me no bi kapa awuja for makwaba yeah da mo asise monya mo mmere na mo ne ye be che mo mmere no ende anope ewo edwumade yi so na yan hya se mfan free tada websi a etwaguo ewo keta yenim se keta sea defense ye kan wasoma jeje abere so ton if my memory serve me right and na ye be t keta sea defense project abepem ne still we are talking about keta sea defense project. How many years in here? From 1992 from 1998 to 2001. So many years. And Keta Sea Defense and Aquaco is saying. And then the young yen tea drew baby a drew. So Sikan any ho or your bapayo and a political talk and I am penny for near. You be doing common pa near to young baby a see a day effort. My mission is free engineer so. Era. O share said ya Keta baby a baby drew. Near him say or han or hodie. But they him say bedum pempe so adre ya as we speak no nifa o nipa be bro empemiensa ene ya baby for mutinto. Are we failing the people of Keta? So mine.
Okay. Besides question is anu ye no na aye den. Esan say I was here tidal wave no and whatever happened is happening there a day tidal waves no the cause no a smaller earthquakes tremors disturbances at the beach so what is here enti ne kese pa no ana ye friend tsunami ano de na earthquake no abai tetre
na say they say Indonesia no
na memene but we ne nkitenkete ne ketua mu now the say ye hu ni say at this stage no I was say ye some geotechnical analysis bi and I say seismic data bi a kire yen say brano no e de na esi ewo e form ho na ya hwe anu kwan asi keta no enye yemfa ne say fie ba ko esi ho na we no affect no but it's a long stretch of area enti say ye shase say ye djuma wo eho a ebetuma ba ne say ye duru ba bi yemfa ne say ye 100 kilometer stretch ya start ye duru be 30 skasem no anwene se kakra enti no ye de akotwiri ba bi na ya sabe to aso at another time enti no say asibiom ene a then we have to look at the situation as it is now. So again, necessary ya yedibesiano. Sesi ya ye kase omana ye team na ye nyina ye man no. Contingency fund bi ani ba bia. Kakra bia na ewo ho no COVID bae no. Yakotum e de aso COVID na no. Eninti no bienye budget bia mfa sika bia nkoto ho ene ya yekasei sisi ya yekasei eninti se aba asa unity biomu a ayese flats in Accra flats in Accra ye sika bia ni wa ye de esi wo se flats no na edisi ano eninti se ba ne nyina ye jimrika ne akoye inspection ne akohwe baabi ne akoye di akire sa nsuo no jaipe ne nyina abepe baabi atena. The same thing happen ewo kita ho no ene ya nsuo na unity a awoso a ama adena bayi minim senka ye kwa kofre omo ye asase hu adwuma na ye bisa omo say for the past say 10-20 years no then cycle ni hu ho in terms of seismic data normal kire yen say anase say but adena kwako yes politicians no ahajake topic no ama enro akra na yehwe TV no say omo pese omo ku say omo pese omo yebi I don't know they no pese omo ye with TV ni so but ni nyina no ejina say sikani ni ho say sika wo ho ne ya finance minister Mr. Thompson papa bonsu ana usu ubetimi aye de sese ye tia ka diska kokoye asemasa but this can way and it's a contractor cry ready say ugina beach wo cry say be say me ye sea defense yi edema ketafo a ho ne kotianka enu ntino say sikani ho a ye nyina ya accept say sikani ho enti ade na ebetimi aye yenyi omu free ho kokun baabi for some time say yenyi ska ya ba hwe situation no ne asolve asa baby a dede ye nyina no minhu de ye because emwa
o kan say me about say ye ni sika no ebra COVID bae no ye de sako boma yi sika bi e de akokọ ne mahodo bi COVID no so bi ni musa ye so nyamwa avi Ghana fo ankran po corporate organizations outdoor ya adwuma wura no kora ma I think about $100,000 and corporate organizations outdoor be bre so mesika individuals in sika buy
World Bank
and IMF nyina says come be na way
no so here another topic we can visit another time because in you know matise a minority atro krata e dey ama ban say yenye ehun audit na yemfa nsinsa so no emre ye nyina nti ye nyina eti hai I don't want to be speculative say me be bom misiri maka say skano ye dia wofufu a I don't know and I even me dia di banku I cannot say it because just an audit number na abeda ye nim ni nyina ya analysis ni ahwe say ebi kwa ha enti for now no yenim say contingency fund na e wo ho no ye de ensa kobom ana ye de akọ save situation no enti nei no nyame boa na se bibia nsi biomu a ana ne ye ho so na ye konya atoyere nkyem bia o ba bia biomu a ya ho kyeremu ne ye wo no. That is the situation on the ground.
Ono ne dia waka no wo ne say ye ne yanye adwuma yie infansipimfo slogan na say dwen hwe kan yanwe anhwe kan na yetewa ma bedu pempeso edu isan say wo hwe na me hwe yi international one of these international TV stations no more yeah about almost about the weather forecast. Now the lady specifically said say tidal waves in affected West Africa, especially Ghana. And tikakra na be ya met you for so chere say e bi be san ba be kan. Ya dwena hwe kan say ya bobo ehun esi say bia torenche mi ba e bitumi agina no sense wutie wo ma wo na omo ahokyire mu pa.
Agya de e o mi se me ne engineer be ya adwene in part say o ka say your friend is tidal waves a natural occurrence idea yenyi nipa etia yentumi nya wo hwe because no aye no volcanic and say your friend is atorenjemu a emonkaye tie monkaye ne banso a nipa ho ekwa ho hiem de mi fi say o se tie ase ne say o man bia no citizens e wasodie ana abanso wasodie be fi say lack of say yenye amanfo no ye be fa personal safety serious ana abanso be enforce e di ntira me kasa yenye enim say o man mu a yesika ensoe ensoe because enioma o se ye emesika ba o man ni mo no yentumi nye yentumi enye more production enti de bia say ye dependent ye ne de ye to obi a wo ta to nyoma bia nso wo nta nyisika ana ya de ye ka aban asem a ya de ye ama na ye se aban si baabi ene ye ne ankrankra si baabi ba ye ne aban no ansa na sika be ba o man bia gina the tax so ene develop enti the question you ask yourself say ye ne timemfo na nkasa tax do do say ne tua the tumi akwa kugu aban foto ama o de diduma tina wo ka bibisa lack of contingency fund obetumi nya contingency fund a emu do abra o man ni tua tax a sombo ne tumi ate bia to baabi de me feel say ya failure as a country to do no say ye be enforce ye mra o here act 462 local government act ye wo district assembly sa e wo so mo de tumi direct say wo ye obi a woni bi wo ye o man a woni bi a wo mo obi nkonkosi dan e wo ba bi a office atore nchemba at any given time a untumi nso ano na wo kasa ade ya sha se 1998 the rollins embrace e na ba ye nyie nim say tidal waves ye problem. The question is the K2 South Municipal Assembly no e die nhihye na se kasa no maka kire won mo a esi dan ben epoa no sebi saturian chamber ye ni sika bi e da ho ye betumi aba besia no enimani ente be ya montwem ho nkom monkosi dan no mane mempoa no se ne be ya mo ho betumi atom da ye kanso kire manfo no so ya na mo so response ni se me de bia me kase abanse okwakotie amanfo na no de ne de bia wodumi ni dwuma so die because obi a pay the freedom but problem ba wo aba na de be so e wo so wo mfo so me no mie no tikrom a yenim say yes earthquake line fault line e fa ko fa we ja ko fa ye friends bakati here ni yi wo dan esisi won mo obi anke we are not enforcing it ye ja mo obi esi dan e kira earthquake ya atoro ye nchem no e tisimu a ye besa ba betra say na ma ye dey but we are supposed to enforce it so tia say esansa atoro ye nchem emokaya enkaya nsa na abenti no you do not wait for it to happen abra ho so wakwanya
say no tin na ditumi na ma nipa bi say mo na ditumi na mamo ye ni na ditumi na mamo say mo ditumi na mo fanya adwuma na so fa tumi na anya adwuma how then do come and blame me am ditumi na ma wo say na me nya
adwuma say one fanya adwuma ene nso ya e ba ye ya e wash dan aban mu dipa do say na affect o ti wonso na wo yeti mamuni na wo kwa akosa sika akwakosi dan si wo no e wo so hu se asem no to a the first person obenya problem ya wo ni pedua no you must take your personal security serious than the government. Because about there, a balance again you are, your Baba Kaya, or Baba Ridiacho, and then rocket science, and yet the idea bemuno, a bit of the coach mamma. And Jimmy, you are, her Ober Bob, Triswa, go see a Petia, the situation will still remain the same.
But your papa be can say, you say, a brand no Osano, and also a brand to one. Sabi be a you no. That's about 1,500 meters away from the sea. Now, so ne or share a new 500 meters in pool, a new 200 meters. A bank, as you say, no. But to make us so much to meet and have you. I got opportunity to go to Ada, or Bracastro, and some buy, no. Be the almost 6 years to Ada. Because areas be to say, dying esi puno, emu, and so no, Abba Fakro, I might say, Ruby anti Wubio. We say, I do be able to have you. Day out, no. I didn't buy neighbor. Say, Etino Yantina sing who say, I day, and some can say, ya dream she can, and na.
But you also who says, Sir, Costa, you know. And this year, you bring one fear because minimum comes 2015. Amandi Holdings, I buy my own contractor, almost starts a shot, yes, or more a day, or more yet a certain stretch. Now, a woman in say, yes, it's again in the budget. He have one over budget. Sikani dia sa no to no ano what am sikano ho ban yenye ni bienti no eno na me hye say yenye timamufo any one me de tumi ahye omo say for immediate response no me man ko fo ngosi da wo ba bia e ba e be haye kopem mra aba betumi aye sa defense ni nyina menu mienu je sika no nso anokura aye betumi aye dey esi ano sesia enti animu ano e ba yenya ne ye relocate wo mu e ba ye yi won makoba bi se nipa no betwa ko baby foforo a ye ho beto area e wo sa abadwe ho sa e won sa direction no ni ja se betena no beba na de bia di ensagu eti ye di ensagu eti a enso wo problem bia efise sika no eneni ho sika no ba ye be sika ni ho a untumi ya wo
no you are not getting it enye obi na kosi dansi ho e dan esisi ho nyina it has been there 18 something
na ye nipa na si ye
18 something nye
na e dan esi ho 18 something
yes Then it's
how many dynasty
they are all
no, but it cannot be because nipa a team no
you are not getting it or see obi chain say it was about 1,500 meters inside
no but there is another point in say there is you
and no modern town
by the dani nyina and 18
but settlement in the 18
but the point is that a dime for about the count.
That is not the issue. We are talking about existing town. A free hole. Period. No, but and you will be a consi dicey hole matter. A down with the sea hole that.
And you be a count. And you want to tell me between since it is
you hold that.
In 18th century, I cannot population. No, maybe. 18th century now cannot
okay so somebody be back who somebody back who want a chi and
I worship baby I worship
no yenhwe ade ba ko bi ekoso wo ho a ye betu aka say sun winning
yes
along the beaches no prince am say my sun link bi am so betumi ahwe na aka watumi ayi my ahwe a among for the tipper trucks sase maka ho asem wa ha kankanka woni ba bi Okoso Gakope as we speak. Voter lake no mu emu ankasa. Chana fo to anwa ho. Voter lake no mu
normal. In construction normal.
Construction normal.
We need river sand for some particular
construction. Me da say and ye hian po anu anwa so for particular construction. And nso no so egogoro no. Doctor.
No, and Puanwamia and Koso tidal wave. Let's say,
Matthias, now if I say, Sankaniano, ye nyina free ho. And Anke be a Sanaka was on a was rosa. And Katada will be a bank a bit to me out. Earthquake,
assassin beer, and no Amian cannot stop.
But to be stop on a crash, a bit to me, no Kakra. A dog. The American, you funny say, I'm ye tutu ya na ke fa ne seda so ho ase de wotete de bre no mu a anka se de tia se ne maka bitu ase ne amasa
yeah so we share guitar problem na it back in the 1980s and I on and off into the first time I say government attention bar so yeah late 1990s. So here the issue no about up during the 1996 election. The two major political parties, at the year campaign. And now the campaign because at that time the sitting president, no few area. It not quite to say the criminal program but as a oniti mama on one man for. The majority say and pushy government, after the 96 election, and Oma approve as yenye bibi mfa ho. In the around 98 99 and almost shares defense project asi Kofo be take over no. At that time can on 7-kilometer stretch.
Yeah.
Now we are one say omo ye ho adwuma to be completed in 2003. Inti omo ye that stretch na say atiakoda. Oha na ba eba na aka ho asem. Na say yaye kokosechi ochina mesimi dan
pete.
Yeah, in the year 2012 and a sapija beam during the election because NDC young men be coho a common promises across apart from the defense sea defense embassy harbor also to cater for the livelihood of the people. Emma na campaign that he promised. After the election, and then also you take die. And me problem ni say as I done in the political football, especially we do elections so now your politicians, alcohol my promises. Because I always say you share 98 99 and you toa so and yeah kwa and can be a problem here by benya impact kra nke nya said ye nya nwi. And sun winning so said the my brother Ken. Ebia
O de do kwadama. Wa hu senia tipa trucks ye guwe. So
we nye Ghana. This is Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
We nye Ghana.
O mutu bi Ghana ha.
It is possible to mutu bi Ghana. But we
Dr. Monkote meba.
No, we Sierra Leone.
Meba Dr. Monkote meba. Wonu sa as ya kasai o ma share keta municipal assembly ni say wo mo enforce so mo bi ntu anwa wo bio.
Fantastic.
Enti a wo ho ti na mutu mi nya akodro kansa no. Me da say doc yenko.
Yeah, enti the American say asem a yasim hia enhu hia say be political football. Say we e buy na oye na we buy na one to aso. Me fi say free 99 e ba no any the president Kwabena be see 2003 no. And the to as be see na and can you who the hu and sa sun win in the so no me gi this as any impact was so and can be what to say this is assembly no and shembra se omunya tu enti me gi this as much as say ye can say the various government enti me nya omo adwuma no residents no so no e de no omo aso e ya mo omo sa sun win ya ye kan me gi this anwea no wo ho a ke bi ebetima prevent bibi enti yenhwe ade no nyina wo date ne partisan politics ekwan be so ne be fa solve problem no de be budget na government e wo ma sa defense a yesi wo ho no ni yenhwe ne yen solve problem no nye se asem no ba wi a ne abeka say tidal wave is stop a ne yeso ya stop on trace besa baby. And we have to look at a long-term solution. The immediate solution for more chiro. But yen hwe the solution ben ye de beba a bit me solve problem forever. Say nipa no to feel home. No mo kotena ba before fro. Na say no na e be solve problem na. Me say omo te ase no mo tuko. Say so say fence wall na ye no. Say ye na say bit me stop no a me nyini say be a bit me stop because FK there wall no ankasa ase nyina betutu. The me say the best solution is say yempe new settlement ma enipa no no mo nkotena ho said the beya sa perennial problem ye betima solve
na doc ye betimi aye nipa bebrebe
ne se nipa bebrebe se kra no enye na ebeka se omuntu natural ayi na etu op indi ade no ba bi a wote no woda ye bubu ensuo kra tena ba ho indi obere no akoso atena ho indi mi fi se nye ne ebeye nature no na eye indi aso omote ase no omutu free ba bi omote no na omokope proper ayi presbytery
ade na so se aban meka aban a na enu se aban ye nyina na mo ye mo ade tumi na ma omo no ade na so se so mo ye we hu bibi ba na wagina so de bibi
yes
pese meka no kwan bi so me abebuo bi wo ho se ase bi ba ana egina so de bi me abebuo bi wo sa we aba ade aba we be gina so ade ayade se de be ochena bi no be drum pempenso bi a de sie no be ye usuahunu de amame a ebe ma bo me ho ban ko mo ochena ade ne so man no so man ye ye sabri sa this critical timing se de be ya ye betumi si gina bi ochena bi nso no bibi ati se bi ntumi nkonkoba na affecting se de ekoi
yeah and I make us say me de me hu ni say ade na ewo ho from the 80s ena eko na ba na ohwe se de o de say yesi hunu ya menyi ni se bibi a enipa betimi akoso atena ho indi asa ban de ne nasi form na enipa no so omote area no so te ase na omutu free area ho sa ban no kra be koso asi fence ayi no a menyi ni se be solve problem no ebia program be solve se bia road ada area ho no na bia e protect na enipa no omote ho no de ebe yese ombetu akọ new settlement menyi ni so omoni first people a Ghana has a omo to afiri ba bi omote because of atwede nchema to om na omutu akọtena ba bi foforo mejiri se no beboa
Mr. Thompson yenhwe enye Africa nko a I think say there are other parts of the country also experiencing the same ada and areas be almost experiencing the same bueno yenim say ye ada keta ye wa azim ye wo coastal areas ni nkura wodo bebre we ya be no signal ben na asan de aman so man ene aman for tetempo na no se na be ya ahoda so bi wo ho a ese ye ne ntem ansa na bi a atra kokokan inu anmo a bi etise ya nto wo mo
yo Agya Kwabena medase ma menchia abedwafo ene etiefo ne ahwefo nyina di kan kra no ma men di kan fa nkranhyesem pese ma ketafo wono a wotempo na no a womo ye seriously affected by this tidal wave yemomo sheden we know it's a very very difficult moment for them se wote ofie na anadwada na epo etimi abo abefa womo yin mahohiahia omo kom enti yebema omo sheden na ya se Ghana for nyina empire eta omachi yinim se enche bibia beto ye and they'll get the right responses. Agya Kwabena, this issue for me is a very emotional one, and I'll look at it from 2 points of view, and your question no ever fit into one of it. The kind the preventive mechanisms. A quine ben na ye faso a preventive tidal waves is here. How do we mitigate? And as you so ano said the because a natural phenomenon. Untimi so ano, untimi can say my tidal waves embo. But a boa a quine ben so na obe faso oma a so on the surrounding communities no enye kese. The kind na engineer kan ho asem no. Constant monitoring of seismic information, seismic data on how the tidal waves are beginning, how they are growing, and how and tracking it and know until you can even predict, say no, at this particular time there could be this, and you could take steps to mitigate it. That is one. And no, a one responsibility. Yeah, to building a formidable sea defense project. And also so tidal wave now if it's here into manente enko bibia amount for it. Say Minuye Kase he sought to say put the blame largely on community for no why they set up their settlement so close to the sea. You see, and yet there are even islands. One more islands so and so. One for my brother, and I say they don't value their lives. We young for several years. It is their tradition, it is their heritage, it is their culture, and that is where they've lived. A global warming and the effect of climate change and a pia epono urban. Into some of the communities some of them have moved back, but still epono keeps chasing them. Into Munkotana hen. And your obi I said yes, sir. The sea is part of the defense of every country. Enti you obi I said there, sir, I was say de biano or monitor epono ninkita hodie esun sunsanso and na ye tracking some of these things. Don't they track hurricanes?
Storm
they
storm
track
trackers.
storms, they track hurricanes, everything. And they know and they take measures. Who is tracking some of these things and ensuring say the enormous egu to ensure say a bar a so the surrounding communities no ebeye kitwa. The to me yakasa bebre on mitigating the sikasem engineer so ka ho asem. Agya Kwabena.
Yes.
Say ye jai the wasteful expenditure and normal ehun hia ye de o man ni sika ya akasa kita civil defense project in here. Say ye jai and make my catcher for a fact. Say sika o mampanyi Akufo-Addo asay in the last 4 years on Nakwantu Onkwa alone could have completed about 50% of the Kita Sea defense project.
Really?
Enti, where lies the priority? Utima mufo na teho ena asroche bofa omono sebi omo ahihihi mu. But the president can spend 14,000 pounds an hour to rent a jet to fly out of the country and sleep in extravagant hotels and come back. And even in the midst of this your friend disaster no was say wakwa homegem. And we think say here is not enough. It's not enough tragedy for the president to even suspend his leave and come back and make an urgent cabinet meeting to put on measures to ensure say what is the nation doing for them. And these are some of the things we talk about. And Enra ADBC or parliament. And it's very, very, very unfortunate. And it feeds into this sand-winning conversation. You see, me who abaya one pair responsibility. Aya na sa abaya no ne so eni faso. Because ye the two measure one sa bibia ye de ahye won se bia no say ankoya you must be magnanimous enough to admit or accept responsibility. The country failed the people. And you have to stand winning asem. And this attempt to change the conversation from your friend is saying from this disaster and what the country is going to do for these people and focus on sand winning, which is also the responsibility of Abino. Sand winning falls under Galamsey. It's part of the illegal mining activities. Abine Ekukuro mining sika spent millions of Ghana cedis to stop Galamsey. Sand winning is part of it. What is the effect of government's policy on Galamsey on sand winning activities? And if you are claiming that sand winning is what is causing those disasters, you are part of the problem. Who caused it? You caused it. You had a responsibility. One of the catcher yet baby and a buy over catcher say Galamsey any who should say and sass in your mind. Those beaches, sand winning activities is part of illegal mining. We have legal sand winning and we have illegal sand winning. One more permits e mo de sand winning me na me issue licenses de ma wo mo enti anase obiti ne baby no akofa the car no win sand. No, they go through a process. Who give them those permits? Enti sa truenche mesi na say you want to stop it. We are talking about it, how to help the people. At first, let's have a conversation about let's look at the problem. In having a long-term conversation, then we can come and say okay, apart from those natural phenomena, these, effect or hard impact of these tidal waves, surveillance activity is also a contributing factor. So, as a government, we're going to do about it, and not to push the surveillance conversation to the front and ignore or shelve your responsibility as a government over the maximum for no more kitano. And for me, that is the insensitive part of this whole debate. Enra, the majority in Parliament confirm for Yinibi. Say wo mede be kire sem kofu otu anwea e wo keta baby ankofo ne te no minim sab GTV for makoho mokọ no na obi di car so etu anwea baby atada wave ni si o keta ho no mokodu ho no mokọ na obi di car so otu anwea. You see, we can't tolerate this level of insensitivity in the country anymore. You have a responsibility. District DC Okrom hono. Why in a pound? Who is he representing there? DC need to and go for 2 annual and a structure barbefa kita for and not one on the. What is the president telling the DC? Then let's go to NADMO. Then the response of NADMO on this tidal wave has been so abysmal. So abysmal, and it is unacceptable.
I did try what kind of dinner.
Kwabena. At Renchem si baby. Yenim anamo and I can NADMO etu on this matter. It's as if secretary for no Ghana. It's as if secretary for you see, apart from enya MP no, no, and immediately to anamon to provide some temporary relief for the people. And we will be in serious, distress. I mean, what is this?
So also responsibility.
Yes, but we have a national disaster management organization. Na yekukro mansi kadia mo say, mo share omodumedi is prevention of atorenchem no. They told me to provide relief and support for one atorenchem na affect them. What did they do? What was their response? What was their response? In fact, and somebody boy what to cry, why do we subject our people to some of these things? Because what? Because someone here Ghana for what? At UNTMC baby can not move for. So far, what are the measures NADMO is putting in place for them?
Number one more resources, no. I bet you I can say one more resources no but the year Juma. It's a some day.
I am my responsibility some corporate resources NADMO. NADMO, I am my responsibility some corporate resources ma. Sikano mampenyi say edefa play kobano. You first can man NADMO for no mfanya adwuma. You see, we must be very, very serious in this country. You see, say o man mo yedin, a wo hia o man mo yeni sika dia. Then we cannot live like like Arabian kings live extravagantly na edu baby a hia sika dia say sika mo yedin. When the president want to travel to the UK, waka say wope aircraft obet me dware room, adda wom, adjuju no wom. Did somebody tell the president say the country doesn't have money? And at that time o man no wuska. Why didn't they tell the president that, Mr. President, we don't have money? The country is in serious trouble. So we can't afford this. Man can't tell no and the munya baby amunya sika and them high plane man the call ye buy no pesika or fan cotton no man come kita for no. What is this? What is this? What is going on in this country? This level of insensitivity and recklessness cannot be entertained anymore.
Okay. What did be so answer? Na yen ko
because now or kabibi America. Eja come now.
Yes sir.
Many Tom say Obaso be propaganda and politics. Now Obaso be propaganda and politics and you say you have two program with propaganda and politics. You only said the mere first or tracking device a track hurricane does not mean say that hurricane will not destroy anything. America or the DBI track it. Your friends, Katrina, your track which they be destroy. What always help them?
But the impact in your war, individuals and also citizenry, so no. Say evacuation to me by to say between a year to time we say never by to move free Hong Kong. It's a move free one Sunday be
fantastic. So can also move free Hong Kong or more to be free Hong Kong. Meanwhile, you catch say one money bonny be so much no matter now centuries. And for that matter, since you before Mukra Hono Motier, and was a buying a share one also Motina. na se nsuo no be pu mo ngu
I don't think so. And who record say obi yamamu warning nana.
Was it? That's what you said. I was sitting right there. I heard you right.
What I said.
Was it? Me go to. Was it omunye boni bia so motibe pono. Me wa.
Of course.
No.
And that
but that doesn't mean
that has somebody so insensitive. Let me.
So that doesn't mean that somebody has warned them.
But he's sitting right there. If he thinks I'm representing him, catch me. The catch we are seeing and say,
don't misquote me.
Go for no.
Don't misquote me.
Me catch Ghana for say I say kita for na ye boni. So and that I buy said say or be prevent the occurrence of natural disaster.
Okay, so please. Okay, so prevent
preventive measures.
When you have an early warning system.
I'm coming. What about we are about the engineer? How do we are about engineering? Oh, we are also Tiano catch Ghana for say, or man penny, according to a war tour. Say ko jaya and no go bet to me asolve keta problem. Is that what you say?
Can say and no best solve and say sika or the 2 pounds.
Sika or the
and support
was say and no also for the past 4 years or kasika. You see, you're too good, Musa, without even giving any iota of evidence. So, on my penny, 4 years or 2 kwaya.
9 months.
So, say sika 1 city and now 2 city. And now say, in any case, on my new constitution, you did man. On my penny, is it illegal for my penny to travel?
No.
So what is he talking about? Yeah, men reduce discourse in this country.
Yeah. So which part
don't let us turn ourselves into a country where we seem to know the cost of everything and the value of none. They are okay.
Which part of
you know the cost of everything, but the value of none. Or my penny when you know, no, you don't know. A real man, you were too quiet.
Another issue. Another issue.
Men reduce discussion into triviality. This is a serious platform.
Menim say anyehwe obetumi bibi
another issue so okay say
in what way
as a nadmo no sasemsi baby a omo ahon keka no different. Sometimes the say these things will help.
Exactly.
I say,
Yinkophobia
free Ghana. I don't think say yes. I don't think say it will help anybody. Asemwasi.
I am your observation.
Yeah. Asemwasi
observation.
Ono no ehu bibi na oka.
It's the observation
different.
Not problem.
Not most response.
It all come down to say. Need resources. BBC baby that is son of me.
Until I be so more resources na.
Entino yen say
principal friend Najman prep na bisa na.
Yen say I say BBC baby no man pani according to ekura mo kan no grant say sika no oja akwa betimi dia baby. I don't think say kita hofo no kwa no problem man ka betimi solve. Entino yen kan say o man pani according to no. So sa extravagant na oye no. Oja ebetimi solve the problem in Ghana.
That's the point I'm making.
No. So I'm saying as if there's no problem.
No, I'm just using the case as a case in point.
That's what I'm saying. It's a grand
case in point.
That's
the case I'm making.
Because Yen says Abana Bontrimu Pote. I don't think it will help anybody.
Messages be waha. I'll say the man is so angry about the issue. Which man are you talking of? Are you referring to? Meaning, this is sad. We Chasusu, they also the man is angry. One more man could do. Patrick Opoku say, I think now when the president is traveling outside the country, he should go by truck.
Obviously.
It's nice to talk like this. I mean, you can suggest that. Sure. But we are dealing with rare issues. Sanka Ghana, you need plane EBC wa. Nka we are, I don't have a problem. But if we have a plane sitting there, our other president AUSWA, then I have a problem. So what I say, that is the difference. But even on that note, now, budget now. We have a budget that has been prepared. the presidency no on a budget. If the presidency is going within its budget, I don't have a problem.
And which is the case now?
Exactly. So you say I'm not helping. Now you are saying
No,
you are
but the point is that he was making
Also, Christopher, I'm say this man has been there.
and I am smoothing it.
This has been there for so many years.
What
But
are
you are
talking
making
about?
it
We are
as
here
if
to
it
do
started
discussion.
yesterday. We Christopher Amponsa and our chance near Papa Phil said this guy is proving that the young generation has a lot to offer. Great submission. The other men have given good submission, but this young man has impressed me. This guy is pointing out the problem boldly. Which man are you referring to? They are all young men except me. Don Atta say Mahama didn't do it, so Akufo-Addo should stop doing it. Mahama, so Akufo-Addo stop doing it. We hear something. By Ruben Kumasa or Patrick Opoku. Oh, maybe I attend Didier no Munya why name what. Or say this is coming from some. Ask the engineer when are they going to fix in some to Gamasama. People trying to do or engineer by profession, but on your engineer or no yes Sakwano. I made I say oh I say here Monday Sakwano Monday media I do baby I make say and some people are all kind of share one no crack okopa. It's and say traffic is see what kind of
scanny. I mean,
scanny ho. They don't want say. That's Kababano. That you should back up. I think the next we are seeing in Kababa. Thompson, Umar Suleiman said, Thompson, don't be too emotional. But it is true. Our maintenance culture in this country is very
fantastic.
bad. We both for schedule or say unnecessary political comment. Didn't your Mahama travel with a private jet? This kind of agitations and then also then insipid comments are not necessary in this time like this, and this is totally wrong. Robert Jacobs said this is okay. I pay your markings. Okay, then you have also one can be on the one can when I had the back and some more. Since Unipakuno and Kabibia Sawa. Yeah, sure. Where dear Mampena da Mahama Echo Kampiski Tanks Ghana, a tank Ghana, so called Boa Prodinano. Na Ninsama Hodwa Wakika no. Oka F4 Mensi Kasan Bibia Atitia Ampansam Aquacudru. Wasan so Ekasa edify a numa a mebunu enyanya ho. Emma ne can say it is time say ye nyina ye kan hobom so man ni ho kwampe betuma fa so ama mebunu enya dwumaye. Okasa edify budget ya ebebe ususu say taxes no de ho no dose dodo. Na ususu say sede o man isi kasam ene ne masi iko no anhwe taxes na bi besan aba be ka ho. Wasai kan so say kwa euro bond no say wo de ye koton Ghana kora na obi am pese obeto esa se ka no amene ye dodo ene nsama do bebre enti se ye behwa ye fa sika sam tutu ye wo man mu nyina ebra na ho ofiri ho koye sika ye di tua ensihu a ye de ka ye de ensihu ka aban abo ade ato ne de ka ka ho nyina no ye ka ni nyina bom na ne kase ba ko na fe ya hwe Doc, mama sha se mfiri wo so. Utie mampani na nsema hodo kan ye. Ebepe na wo hwe o ma sika samu a wo kire sika eka na ewo ho. Ene eka aban abebo. Ene eka yetua no nsiwa hodo yetua. Ene sunsuanso a enya oman sika samu tutu so.
Yeah, meji this that is the expectation of opposition. So opposition, you know, as you say, do trust him, Senator. Anytime biano as opposition leader, I am fan as I draw government attention to certain things. Inti Ebeye say former President Mahama as a former president, na one of the leaders of the opposition party in the country. Ebe draw abano attention. I want near maybe a enko ye or manum. I don't think say me war problem be or that issue no. Okasa for fuel prices CD depreciation, unemployment, any the general economy. Me problem me war na you know say okasa say obi a ese o ma ba mu da. Na onsa nye president da. So hwe fuel issue ya. Fuel issue ebeye a political issue power, especially 2000 election. Say 1992 election, you know. Eba kakra bet na fuel na ho aye din wo Ghana. 96 nenye serious, but 2000 election, you know. Our president Kufuor fa gallon. Edi chini Ghana hase, you know. And ebeye issue. As about 2008, Omampani a wonya ne baby call mix. Say me ba metal do drastically. And 2016 so. Omampani Akufo the then candidate Akufo. The question I mean busa ne say, I said these two political parties in Ghana. Oma babam, omo ba omo kasa anko. Omo firi abamu so omo kasa anko. India was expecting say former president Mahama on san kasa asem no bi. The India make kasa ne say obeye president. One who say ye fuel prices in anyama mienu na ma no ba. International market price. Any abuy no taxes o diguso. It obaye no de na problem na ho no. Is it different from the ecosystem say? World market price, you know, I'm fuel no price cost and I buy no taxes or diguso. Any gono no onya ma ba mu na o kan sa asem no. A o ba mu no a want me an solve sa problem no. The same thing o kasa against here no. And one obey. Say was every ba mu o sa kasa asem kro no. And what is the guarantee say o sa ba bi mu a obey anything different. So we be to say CD depreciation na. The main problem here say Ghana yem produce na bibia ye to fira amanone na sa dore ya so ne de to endi omo wo opposition na CD no ye ba ye ni sei no o kan say onu no firi say na 400 and they say na ye 4 CDs and something. Now we say mobile na call 6 CDs and something. Forgotten say 2009 on mobile no na a little over 1 CD. And they call over times 4. Ni nyina because of say yem produce bibia o Ghana has intra. Indi no na me expect say ono be kasasa. Ono dey ofiri that government no why president pen. Say be an advice go be kasa come na me leader and come indifferently. Yem bibi is unemployment issue na work. So abanu hu there enye government payroll no na ayema. Na abanu na hu kwan ya onfa so employ manfo. Yem hwe before say about we say beba. Nurses ni teachers ya. How many batches na no ma wie tifi? Say no ede na oye no. It because of say na abanu ni ska debate o moka. And that same problem na also say. In the debe na nkobe indifferently. Enti no yes say oba point out problem na ye facing on man no mu on kasa te say obi a o ma ba mu da
enti anka osusu san ka onye ne den say omo on ka de okan ye no a say do sikan no so won na nya adwene wo ho sa wosusu say sen anka so
and gon kan say me penso say na na wo ho na me ye ni say mo mam chance ya me ye ni say na yes o criticize government ni so akeke and na won kan say o penso de wo ye bibi nwanwaso bi sese ne ahunu se sa ne ma ya maboboso yi fuel price any CD depreciation unemployment no abey national problem enti enya ba we pension na abey sa national problem we fi ane pension na e west enti no okna bibi se oni ne party for no are ready yenye national dialogue me fi se eno so hu behia yemma ye nyina ye nhia na obi amfa na adwene mra ekwan be so na ye fa ni ya solve sa problem yi
nti se otwe adwene sesu se ade no eyesei sorry na msusu se ebra so se nyina ka wo mu so man ne ho kwan de befa so enti se wanka ne saa na oka ya keke se okay ye nyina nka mu ne ho kwan de befa so a ebede no bi behu se sinto bi wa ha ti sa sinto de betu be gina so de ahia tu bi de ato adwene
there be o painti picture no say ne penso de na ye na fe na sa problem na ba enam ne nya dwen ho ne penso na nya better than
no nko na utie program na how can you talk like this?
Yes, I know. No. Can you say? Electoral Commission plan. How?
Me pacho.
Can you can say electoral commission plan? O chinchim ni sama election no. 1 year in and be president here. Because the problem is different from now. Yes, I know. Can. And also go to on one manifesto 2020 manifesto. Say unko kase o be create 1 million job. Enti mitie no pa. Mitie no pa. Enti the American say the problem no ho. But I'm not talking about only even the former president inko. The Americans say these two major political parties in Ghana, especially the petrol prices, any cedi depreciation, you know, omo opposition, they will almost kasanko. Omo ba buy more and the petrol no, any price near control, na wet market, any one emano basa, or opposition pe say me ba meteso. In the bread ru say, said do kind, ye nyina ye hia, na ye hwe. Who say some of these things that's a aban ni me nyina ba o mutimi nya ho hwe ko opposition no manya solution ye to aba mo say o mbra no mfa sa solution na no mo wo opposition no emfa me solve a na it is different ball game altogether enti no say ye kasa yam ye hunu say de ade ni city ye wo ho no say na city say na problem ni city is it different from the time we were in power
so can say me for say somehow do kafa dollar who said dollar yaje safua I think so o say yache dollar no I na ko to say sama ya de safana koma IGP ti dollar no ba for na se for nti o make his references no say ye say simple be a dollar ahwiri ko no e kosoro nti no ne kanko ene ne yonko
ya say na make the same thing na me make say when this government was in opposition no this same thing na okan oba no or may anything different. So na former president wo ho no. Problem no na wo ho. See they said the OC can say na esenko no wo ho na he was doing things different.
Better than we
which is not true.
Okay.
And you know me who say we need to look at some of these issues fuel politics in city politics here. These two political parties UDA come because they me who say fuel no say nye taxes in the gusu no enka price no enko sa and it seems say some ba power so mo who say also no mo tax a affect obi a ombenya sika no enti no adenti no mo obi oba ba mu pen na ko opposition no wa ka say na ban the taxes ya gugu so o sa ba enipa kro ya o sa ba or they say power now we increase tax no this the game where these two political parties A3
and to you said okwambe so ne emfa se na be asa fa hu sebsemi no enkonko ye amanyosem se de omo da amanyosem ba pim na ye nya bia amfa
yeah and you know me gidi say ye nya partisan politics of with the full no ni face the reality ema ye ntia say say tax no na de kwa benyes kakesi edi abu o man no na mo maye nye say we ne ba obetimi aye ni ye na we ne ba on de ontimi nye ni ye they should tell the truth rather than say anangoma me na nka me power nka me say
okay engineer
hello
so tie bi
mitie pa wo hu say on my situation now wom say you know we etikasem no enye we must accept it say enye over 48 hours President Mama eka asasem we no aban a otisui emfa figures fufuro bia embe challenge no deɛ madam for Eugene he bɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔmo gu so na on pɛ baabi ntena ansa ɔmo gu so. That was the only answer. We were moving into 96 hours, getting to over 4 days. So it tells you, say, that is the reality. Sanka different figures be wa community media ba. Nanke yin nyina say, hey, President Mama, baby odi nam no, enye no kure. Now, okoni details and fine details no. Petroleum issue, me, time almost started deregulation, I kicked against it. Not Nana Akufo-Addo time you. From beginning now, I'm for deregulation by. What are you talking about? Deregulation in Europe, in America, in everywhere. Omo mass transport. In Germany, omo mass transport. About 5 different types of mass transport. What am I saying? You will train a number assassination, train a number so, train a number buses I move every 2 minutes. There's a bus. Also, we don't have anything. GPRTU and a taxi for an open hour. And to cover deregulation bar. What it means is Obama ahochere abo mainu. Omanti a policy moyan family abrofunu use. And last week who was that? I think Quartet. No, Kase. SOEs, state-owned enterprises. Almost the oil kankwa 500 and something million.
I'm saying STC cracker.
Correct. No musu. Then I asked myself, say, okay, and to fuel anymore? Yes, a bracket no so unya ska immediately. But what about state public institutions? No, omubenya ni free ana. They are also going to buy. GPRTU obetu ni dim enti ubenya individuals kakra na ye wo cars no ye pe ene ye bebre GPRTU ni dim a e be affect everything yemfa fuel no nkoto nchen we are not all employment about nurses and the health that is why na OC hospitals no to engage them. Legon hospital kohwe nurses a egu a omo ye adwuma enti ka omo bezwie Nana Akufo-Addo buy no omo wie afari ewie other hospitals na nka nurses no betina fie so mu na be kwa konya employment aye what I say the same thing applies to the schools because the school infrastructure no ha people will go and work there so enti u ka say no wanya hwe he was referring to the no aye uti enti me ka say doc 10 year na because okay bibia na he refers to the no waye and the no omo ye unemployment no also cost a research team to find out HR problems how they can fix them e man ka say nko bitimi am ya adwuma 3 shift one tie so what are you talking about?
Send a double track system.
Exactly.
Na double track system na no akasa against.
No double track system on employment. And you double track system
no,
on
the
students.
Teachers, it's a double track, no, track be on a set of teachers.
And
they're not the same.
Listen. Baby, I don't know the opposite will achieve. I am talking about the real situation. The real situations on the ground.
You are talking about a system.
Make the oka na make. What you say? Now, other issues in governance, rule of law, for instance. I mean, what are we seeing? To trust him, I mean, hey, let's be serious.
And Rasen see a war yenim heya. Na soldier for the Bulon Van be a betray. And now Emeranti be so at the almost every fracco. I become inside the hall. And Bulon Van Badia, obviously, as some of my common blessing. Na Emebunu say one penny. Or my cousin uncle. That's what you for the sea from. And the princess say video no lawlessness as something and I make away. And Rana I say a mebuni be any soldier for no person moko. Wow. I will junction here. Na said that ha and then no. Until do be who said Bulon Van say, oh my joinina, what jihunina, quending you know, can be to meet him. I just saw more cancer.
So last week.
That be Enran. enran kwa ho enti bullion van na eba na sojafo ne di bullion van na nim ana sesa maje kwana boso won so maje ho nyina obi antumi ko bi ma ensesa eba ne se ye nim ha ye enran kwa enti ebra sojafo no duru ho no
no demonstration na
da bi minim so mo ko party so mo ko hiu enti sojafo ndu was a bullion van betwam dia obviously ambulance bullion van fire no so man kwa sojafo
omo she t-shirt bi
program bi no mo ko enti edu ba bi no do be ho se edu ba bi no omo ni sojafo no tokwa
wow
enti lawlessness asama kenta me ma obu video ti to asobra clip no etwago
yo one say system na how do you call it amamuo na ye bu sesei no yadu ba bi a we have to be sincere to ourselves. We have to be sincere. Say, lack of production, our mind, a serious problem. Our foreign currency, so. Koto beton, ena year practice. Koto beton, eno na yenina yaji atum. Enti bibia yebetimi aban enhedam fa policy direction bi ma enkasa de we no ye pese produce no ha enti koto beton no mu ntwease kakra for instance GM obeko no ana na owo ho no unse odi sugar factory bi bai now that sugar factory no sanka yetimi koso e ma sugar no e bai a what must say nanka yebetimi dia kati the importation of sugar kakra sort as here but and there's a new government we abandon a project so we go back to importation of sugar about $500 million worth of sugar every year you introduce back on my name and yetimi ma farmers edoy fuo na because that na me tie na na do say I didn't think one per farmers no and say na wo si you know I don't understand that who ko per farmers no na who see factory na unya problem of factory ni mu a how are you going to sugar in your berry? How are you going to? I don't get that. Because it is not feasible. You have to get the factory before you get the farm. How do you produce the sugar? When men see factory now, and I see factory, no, BBS, a major effect to be mechanical. I should use a fifi. I go to quote it is mean say, old better. So you must get the factory before you go for the farm. And that is exactly what JM did. And I'm saying, say, yetimi started sa sugar factory na. In Quebec, yetika na de be kwakoto sugar no, e be ba form. The same thing applies to poultry. We have to assist the poultry farmers. And you are spending a lot of money on planting for tree, planting for food and all that crap. Aduane no way. Aduane no way.
E wo ho.
E wo hin fa ho.
Market ko aduane ko do be market abenya bi.
What are you talking about? I mean, because you didn't know what's all because you didn't see wo. Na sa fe dey do aha na dey beto aduane.
No way.
And you know, any money be o wa. Ye nyina accept say ebia we no enkoye we no say ni enya ekoye nim because of mine no ye nyina ye dia. Wo ho. Na say ye ne say me party nie dia me party ni beka eno na metie honorable Mutaka. O say ensem ni bi wo ho e ba parliament members of parliament now omo ye party for no ankasa no omo si yi ade we de enyu enso ye de koka e was ye support no sa omo time so it was happening executive ni di bibiba ade we de yi ade ye mu awire mpa o enso ye say ye cost
so mutumi nya kokodro kasa dia mo de be me so
una file usika na ye de ko file nomination any party na file ma o in the first place okako filing for to contest elections no who do seek an file here party na filing ma wo and we a party ni until the executive need the ba the obet man so be dodge e be obefeni sick no akoda fee say
problem grand free executive
Mr. Speaker
party man so yan we had the approval of the
MMDC
and even the ministers and then ben a party for nan kan kire minority in parliament say omo approve ministers be among person and the pressure no is not only from the executive even from the party members and so no and they try to dictate to the parliamentarians
so they want the yeah but no in political science yemu a yetirimu do in politics no me wo be ka kire me say adentina obi a wunim say we bia yemfa no say wabon adentina parliament agina tumu a you are not saying anything
yeah
because me nkonko yi no na party no nkofo obi a onim say bi onim adwuma no mra how do I win power so wabon a piano man nko no nko bon na that is how the game is played and omo na omo kasa no they also have their problem.
Okay.
Yes, but in strategy political strategy you have to look at all angles. Now nipa na bon a me dey buy so na dey buy okay okono okobon a sana metime nya biaka na ye chenyi no na ekofa eja ayi Kwabena ba na da Kwabena be ya dia say medema tumi afight no so why were they making noise but bia no more information bia na ye nim enti na bia they were but I'm saying say niamani bebre wo executive di ba party for na nkasa ebi nwinwe ensusu akase obetimi aye bold
aka
no aka ye be twon
PC appeal for type
ene wo he ene wo he you have to conquer it adina nya kra ye because any okumase ya ini e wonwum bia to nana kusadima tisi mu ne ye na ko esi ya jeje ne so oye bone aye nka adi so oye ntu adi nye what that and there are so many things are happen now we must say it so but how can we say it who can either they paint you NDC or they paint you NPP meanwhile ye nyina so ne ye bre enei ko nsawam se o kope electric meter
unya
my pietika from April besinne electric meter ni ho what is happening enu amitie NPP MP wasi meters bigu pot ho enti wo ba be chesi na po amana koyi meters na ba what is wrong somebody is sleeping on the job and you watching in the ebre so what I say first now local government assemblies and a road and nay ya jini from so makodi minister for roads and highways in Kwaho assembly fund to me road omu ni budget omu ni sika at the road so how do you fix all the road in the country because with one ministry something is wrong why I don't think the assemblies in this country I don't get that bit. Quite crowd bet me the grab or gusu near rolling on it. Nani pana aye motor book they can't do it. Until words would be like kana win sepa a one cranny. Nene de war I wale numni.
Na me kind of pay crowd make us me about udru estatifi my 7 of Ankobaria. Then so start na so ta ho.
Net ho.
E say na atawa ma e say na ayema it is anwea. Nso no atwe
na anwea
na beta ho bebre.
E be kakra obo se nura be start
fifi wo ho awie. Wo free main road na kasa so. My 7 best point former piece of so no. Nso tawa ma say no. Na de ne de age wo ni nyina so no. Kasa bubu ni nyina enti no enche bia no ma no da sumuna so
obi be hwi
ka be fi soro ho bra traffic na a kire so e wodan ho no ka kese be fi soro abebeto se bam ansa ne yehunu se asem ba na uduru mus u free of Ankoba uduru mus bridge na so full bridge na so wa anwea ababegu ka kwan no mu nyina eno ye major road n1 o
ba won say the problem no one sa roads ni na highway 4 road any assembly dia and this assembly ntumi nkoma contract say obi nkoye routine maintenance wo ho and highways nso omo so tinkan anti head office wo na omo so so omo dawo se den enti ye use kwan no ye ne wo problem enne ye ni bia bai hwe ukọ Germany ba bia oh my word ye kwan no moto omo frɛ no autobahn oh thank you autobahn no se traffic ni chi ba bia omo timi wo system bi wo ho a omo be yi radiant no wo ho kwan yentimi kukuru fi wo sa na cars no afa ni say ye wi a na sa de besi ho to save the situation yesu ye die ene oka bi eye rough kakra bi wa kwan so a mo hu dere be dero no
obi nko obi ma
obi agira ho no na obi pi no na ye dey na build it up ene traffic nko atimi koso health issues e wo Ghana ha traffic nko because baby akoma na duru no how did you see traffic in no who dey onye me when season traffic management in you obi adwuma so what is happening these are issues that we should be complaining about now ko kape near do yan for anya ndc I do be MPP meanwhile there are issues hitting us
issues hitting and pa me da say engineer na ya kan nyina no ye nim se obi a wona dwenche ne nsusu ye na se udu wadwen kire ba na no kire se sebe esisi edi atam mamu di atam no ye besere mu a se ebia wo na onya akwa betena ha ka ebia ontumi nkasa sei enye easy dem pa nti wo mo betena na mo mo abaso wo na omo nya adwene a o we dem na onya adwene na mo se obedi atam no aya na mo amekọ mo atwa abọ me ya me mfa me ho mfa me ho nti no
so last time no mo say make a game no
so what man peda da mahama ne some kan ye is that the reality on the grounds what we need to from as a business person no o share your taxes good near masuma adwade fom ehuna my chese adwade fom ehuna because one taxes also two the CD dollar ratio no so and also e wo soro ene ne ma ho that tetefa no utie ni some no kan ni bi sanity anase entisa
obago ejago na de e wo mi se obampeni ne seven bi o kai no was the fact but answer na obetumi akase de work kan e wo so no na kan na wakohwe na ena no se ne tie na de abetoto ende de work kan wo busa se ena no ye ne sei ena ne nti ye karaza as businessmen bi tie ne seven na miracle na be kai se me be catch say Ghanaians indeed have a short memory your short memory sometimes all be free abem as a businessman na me bob besia at a rate of 35% from the National Investment Bank. Not only your man penny. A chromo unemployment air cost wa ye de chichirin konfu nyina ye ka me hu za buy na buy kwa the fundamental no ye interest rate also. Because you see at your global village it me chromo na me digwa I am competing with Obia or Japan or interest rate at 0%. Obia or Denmark or interest rate at -1. Just say o man no kura ma osika sesa beje besia short yes so wono odi e wo 35% ana NPP abai omotumi dia ba between 20-24%. So on that score the two of you me mark mo one me mark is why ade again between 2013 to 2016 thereof now man at the soon straight and the backlog of unemployment I can was him and one a problem in here is certificate economy be an backbone energy only nyinam Ghana how do you produce enti enyuma dodo no agui around that time and the man backlog near day e buy in fact is a for can say by 2014 now dum so no go cost of my 1 billion so here again na breso policies bibre won mo a wo ye ya amwai for instance na ye nye dwadifo ye ntumi nko yi sika more than $10,000 na that single policy ne nko ano send ye sibi finish businesses okromo ano because okwa kodi woni obi ti amano ni didwa na so okwa akobon be sia be $5 million the first no we say Bloomberg dia to say ye kromo a untumi nko yi sika more than $10,000 one normal repayment of about $100,000 a month. The question is, how do you pay that person? This how do you know? To me, koso. Into underscore no one wire. Oche ni someone no okay nyina no. Osanso be catch say no odi adwuma 1 million a year eba. Was it the case? Oko manifesto no mu a ade a hu mu ne say no so oba be legalize Okada. Was the legalization of Okada the solution to our unemployment problems? Eti economy bia no se wo kan wan se na wo na wo ho ana wo na wo na be ni se ya ni ebusa se na no na wo don't forget say ya ye o man ya kwa ahunyanhia for one solid year ni ya to ye hopunu ejime some judges are by way they be I take into consideration say o man ya to emu afi baako na productivity low o be ye den anu aka kire me say o man no ebetue adwane me no ka say okwa America interest rate is inflation grade 6.2 nkofo kem den problems are move face every blessed day ya to nwem mo if say ye nyina na ye call ahohehiem ana ye nyina afi na ye dey ye pie eno no so man no e ma na ni konyo ma bi hu a o say de bia ya na be solution e dey solution o so man ye ma ya tra de bia ye ba de dia no obeka economy ye o ma so man Ghana no enye ye dia e ya ma no ne for dia because the key sectors of the economy over the mining sector e ya brofu in etuo over the telecommunication sector e ya ma no ne for dia over the banking sector e ya ma no ne for dia enti de bia no oba na odi sa your friends exchange rate by policies now who am Misri if you are not controlling these sectors of the economy you have no economy what must here ebeyede na sanko fo ya fibia almost so musika free krom ha no aka chem so exchange rate be stable economics no anya common sense approach wono no afibia wo twisika free krom ha banking sector amanone banks e krom yi omo twi free krom ha na omo de ko oko telecom communication sector omo nyina twi free krom ha obere na exchange rate akoso
na ne yankasa yenso ye dia kakra ye wo no ye mmɔ ho ban
eno na me ba ho no
ene ebegu
enti de ewo se aban ye na me fi se meti wo ne nkasa yi mu e de ahye Ghana for say e de anie ye de protect businessmen in this country and that is key ekromu ankwani kro a ye eulogize politicians I don't eulogize any politician creates problem it doesn't solve problem nipa or say a bomb maba so de bia wo koda ompa ye se ta wo mochi businessmen and entrepreneurs
want to move profit to do
what you say e be no profit yet yi wo da wona because interest rate a jiro ko no I'm not saying so munya bi because medical culture say na 35% in 2016 about between 20 to 24% it at least when they be above from but the point is me obi na compete to am it is me ko get 24% kra no a me ye dey na dey me dey ba metumi aton and I say my year adwuma in such a way say me nyamfa so bi a me dey aye bibia for research na betumi dia treatment ama ye yisa mabunu ya every school ya aba bishop aba infanipa also there you better run the shift system that's a government payroll no aba win this car how are you going to pay them yeah private sector that they be no also this can say ensem because we share your unemployment situation almost about 4.53%. That's a deeper 10 million a year juma a deeper 10 million a year juma about so afim best 1 million it means that 9 million now can a private sector nafa and they concentrate on abayo I was say sikan de ko ma ankran yene na yete so ye ofoto bia I have always had an issue with state say sikan dudu na omojigu wo no adan ye ntumi anti bank bia de begu mu a ye business people to akokoje e won si mu be 5%. Now so the scan businessman at 5%. Ubo say some people no work once you and take 1 year. We will clear all of them from there. Because eba sa no me ho hehan. Enti ade bia kamia nkasa me de beye mo se meye no. Also obi na ye. Onye bia adwuma ni omo bebre ho also engage the services of obi. No oba beye ma ho. No ma me ne sa na de bia kosi bisi godivia na e call say. Again, fuel price. Fuel politics na be fi say o man pani mama on fa campaign kwa na so on kan wase because the NDC itself in 2015 said na engineer kan and they did the regulation by now me I disagree with the engineer say the regulation na the papa a very good thing and why I was here tracy why you buy a did the regulation the buy answer na the regulation be ba no na ye obeko filling station that time na obedu ya sifi wania ya salary because o minor ashebo say obe subsidize now o ma wunya tax obe dey subsidize fuel. Again, esikafo dodo na eto fuel. So in effect, you know, indirectly we were financing the activity of the rich. E jade na wonfa to obi nto so na wonye. Ana ba yi ne ho free say on subsidize. Since 2015 ebesi de, and obeko filling station bia na fuel ho a, ubenya bia dey ebu. Again, trimpoti a omo de ba ya ye nyina ati ase ne say, ebesa na obi abetu akokra ne fuel ai dey. Aba. Ni ehu say, uba of course you different from media ejira akọ pumps na ubo say filling station wey ne dia 6.3 where dia 6.2 where dia 6.9 I have always had a problem with the three major OMCs in this country Shell, Goil, Total. Any that they be able to be priced up for a because on my capture market, no, or when there was stations across the country. A 2 year day out better from more. And yes, sir, you were cheap ones, but cheap one, if you wish about a large. Obeko Kumasi, Unyabi, Obeko, Unyabi, and we must look at Sanyoman. Now, fewer the young tree whom free cry say they quack air politics because the air politics are one of them be a walk or a man send us. And out the abba. At the better work as all about it. Who's who here taxes? Again, ya car, said the tax bracket. And I said the tax net. Ya why didn't money probably brain that day? Emrim. Shadan do a chroma. Plus houses, almost not the rent, edges, cathetral, yeah. Then your plus square and single room, self contained, or Yadia Chokra, and your best 150 Ghana. Now, all my discussion now show bottom, or be in war tax or so. Yet didn't you know, or year few as well. Not as oh, how mine. It's a no time you may, and was your near you feel. The other side, but they were the Tangana, as some one before said, or man penny, 1 more mine. And the bastardization of the Electoral Commission and the security services. Election year in 2020. Over to be the one says was I opa catch him say, yeah, we are my penny, your mama. I mean, your friends say, I can see, and I say election. And you're there, 2 outcomes. Either you win or you lose. When you lose, you go back, sit down, and then analyze the amount we are there, and lose you. You have a back stronger. Now the ababa ye, I beg you to me. Election wo kwa na sabi members in parliament na 106 a wo wie etumi move to 137 a hoping 31 increase in your members of parliament and na ka say wi aw election a wo ko mo me ati asese in 2016 polling agents are there various polling stations across the country no na omo sabi omo try nya yi omo making kai in 2020 no all the one by a lawyer for engineer for professors and every come manual police station and indeed out of the 38,622 police stations across the country no you NDC had 2 polling agents across all these stations apart from that you know omo me ati assessor omo agent ewo your friends constituency level and omusa will be our the regional coalition center and omusa will be our the national coalition center. It in all you have more than 77,000 people manning your elections. It is all about the catch and say election you two you know electoral commission to me at be shame Emma your friend is saying Nana Akufo-Addo what you are telling me say then you know agents na won omoni MPP ni electoral commission for nakrana and no boy am ye be shame yan kasasa o kasa na say wo won mo a wo yi o mkra so go gina won name because men ka Mr. Asante Regina betibodi drusu any other uga de brother Jemfina na election so do you want to tell me say no munima de
o can be so far say electoral commission at the different figures in a buy final resource no or they about 3, 4, 5 different figures in a buy. It is a commissioner or ye BBA muda final. I didn't know to make us a figure as we speak, you know. We or say Yanwa or China or say Yanwa or China Chos and Intina. I didn't a commission back. I did about 3, 4 figures by about one particular election.
Yeah, what would you say? On one Cassady speech, about the second or third paragraph. Now what that Ghana for us and was official resource about 6.2 million. So he acknowledges. Say indeed, when you 6.2 and only official resource. Again, me tie no radio GBC or Bogatanga. Now hosting Ibusan say. Now then now call court. Or see a 2 abani we no. There was so much tension in the system say. No so court to be the amount of Fakuma headache. Ebafum. 89 is one court say or court challenge the validity of the resource. Now indeed or say Obama go for Abafom. Now this was corroborated by his own general secretary Brian Busan say, Mr. Sedu Ketia, you may so rest in peace Justice Mafosa. Say you as a general secretary, what the young fans electoral commission figures in here. Okay car more polling pink sheets across the 38,622 bob no. One Kasabunya say, or see they did not come to court to challenge the validity of the results. Meaning say, omo jit na need, omo get to because you can't be pussyfooting. Who do you mean say? And electoral commission and kasa na organize election. Oma 137 seats of parliament, you know, and no dey ujitum. Na dia okache also wo lusun dey wunyintu. Even the kasa same way. Again, election for the first time in the history of this country, yaya election me who say NPP etumi lusu wanchi. They are very stronghold. NPP elusu ayensu ano. They are stronghold. NPP elusu formula. They are stronghold. Now, Obe Katre
how is Ayensuano a strong?
When did you win the Ayensuano seat?
Oh, how is he a strong?
No, how did you win the when did you win the Ayensuano seat? Just answer me na mentoso. Ah, na baby I win you last year. I know strong one and Gabby where you. Etino one more Ghana. Mesre no, te say dey na doctor kan. Wadi o mampenida. Enti enyo mebu won mo a yene hu bi da na yebetumi aka won.
Enti mampenida da mahama amamu ni nyina no wo afamu no enya dia bibi papia bia ba mu.
Oh, that be where bibi permit me kasa.
Wa mo Ghana enti na me.
Wa mo Ghana in the ensem na won wa kan. Ensem so no oba no wa mecha de power ye. Obey say oba say or attack government.
Okay.
It in some no wa kan be catch say o for economy. There are two key things I say ye the measure.
Okay.
First of all, your financial sector interest rate say na net here. Who die 35%. Obi buy about 20 to 24%. E hono me mako ho na ya de. Again, energy sector, who wa breast near the soon and obi buy no in the midst of COVID. What can you esushirem?
Energy say no mo dey account MPP dey account.
Whether or not the America am I saying obi ya na we kasa metia we akuma no musuo de sia no mi o
me da say enti mo anu sina me kotom sin so na to
me ba no si no ya na ye ba enipe mu ayi aban penifo also me say omo ni ye must encourage local production owura minister your friend honorable Alan John Chamante papa me penasem say because in 2004 single-handedly na that time no local entity ya say na go say Ghana for say kolo egu textile companies ni nyina egu local manufacturing oya dey ye seamstress for ya na egu it took him to launch what we call Friday wear and the savage the local textile manufacturing company Agya ni ade and then papa na say ade bia was it one district one factory me who say companies totopua APP, that is the way to go. Send you better take charge of our economy.
Okay.
Now you take charge of our economy. Sikabi do not tell Kromwa, get to Yakwe.
Me da say. So loso de no. Messages bebre wa ha. I will say this solo is just a noise box. He forget that there is some smart people who are watching the program. I'm like, yeah. Wilberforce graduates say carpenters, plumbers, masons, electricians, and many more don't pay taxes, and their incomes on their incomes, and the same people want their roads to be fixed. Nanaya will entry or say, yes, I agree with CPI increment. It's a global issue, but this government is increasing our debt burden mindlessly. There is no production. In Germany, there is activities in Germany there is productivity as against your spending. This cruelless government isn't producing nothing but too quick to borrow money for consumption. Stoneboy GH. I say, please, Mr. Solo, can you boldly tell us the figures of 2020 election? Francis Appiaje, I say if you look at Ghana debt in foreign exchange dollar, euro, pounds, then Ghana debt is very low as compared to many countries in the world. Okay? Yes, sir. Thomas Amuzu, I say Jacob, now stop that MPP man. He's wasting your time. Usainu Idris will say my score for your panelists today. Dr. Sebos 99.9%, engineer 80%. Businessman 80%, fair young man 99.6%. Obviously, need the other bano. Joseph Mazosi Solomon is not just a businessman, but also an NPP politician. Charles Winston, or say, in fact, Solomon Owusu has said it all. He is so good in politics, and I love that. Adoshi Godfather, or say Solomon and NPP lies is. Oh, okay. Yeah, in fact, no, and will be answer. And that's Kwaku and say Kwaku Jackson. Okay. Thomas, my memory also. Thompson. What's ye be now? What's ye the Unianomo penny for Akaka, afa dear okay, Mr. Doctor can economy and Union Subeka election and economy and also a den also worker.
A Jacob na medasi, medasi. Didi kai said me one dream kaka.
How them
for I think say this is the first time in a long time I may share businessman or send a hotono pa. And maybe I don't know if he wants to share the business or
No.
Not
First of all,
on Casa no hotono.
Ohana Casa, you see.
Also, and I may so one kind.
But my name quality.
Maybe so one kind.
Okay.
No, the problem.
Okay. For the first time, for the first time in a long time, this is the first time I may share with be a businessman. I was saying no makoye, a man. Meaning say no man koye ma wa cancel ni na yent.
I mean, I said na okay. O ka wa se ba la se o be ka.
No, because businessman be a me share no krom ha in the last 3-4 years is complaining. Businessman be any form of interaction is complaining about something
business
or anything a businessman when one way nti ebia any business call ye say ebia oni e be chene so akopia
they start assembly we catch us he stated the fact with some of the figures
complaining about what businessmen or shop no complaining is saying
complaining is only the last 4 years.
No, Jacob, now you see the economy of this country our underlying problem. You admit a century-old problem, and your problem party back on the buy. The entire structure of the economy must change. We must reposition this economy. The fundamentals of the economy doesn't give it enough room to grow and expand and create jobs for the people. These are factors. And your party but it is because of this colonial economy, a transition bar, this economy, a lot of things have taken place. Foundation, that needs to be corrected. And we all admit. And that is why, particularly from 2012, we're happy when one man called Dr. Bawumia came into the political scene. And a lot of fantastic economic ideas by it. One of the proponents, man, you buy and say they're going to change the foundation of this economy, the focus of this economy, from taxation to production. And I was very much excited when I heard that, because some of us have been advocating, said the basis of our economy must change. 2012, Okasaya, we Nyakwenya. 2016, Okasaya, Nagana 40, and some man he can there. I'm say we must pay attention to him. Some man here, friend Dr. Bawumia, could dinner Malata market. Peja Gary, Dokono Boy, besides Dokono Boy is saying, besides a Gary Olonka is saying, besides a beans is saying, besides a Mo is saying, besides a petrol yetimito. And he told us, say, he has the answers, the economic answers, to bring all these economic difficulties under control. That is what we were told. And Sajino na Ghana for Yede Kwaba Mukotuaba in 2016. Emma Nana Akufuado and Dr. Bawumia. Eja Kwabena. Ene Sama ya Okojina Malata Ebisa is a Gary Olonka boy is saying. And more you're saying, beans you're saying. And the man is say what the idea about a friend digitalization. And what me your passport? What your passport? Oko online. Now I your passport application. untiaka enti Ghana for yamen
no say sika no ka we be to dey
ejaka o say yamen enem man ne say one ni or the Ghana card electronic BB ama utimi ye yi enti no ye okay Ghana for say ama petrol boy for krom ha ama say aduane kra ukọ krom ha because the bibia ye digital nti ukọ ha aduane no po ye sama mu free
sa no kan ye
no but that is the implication of the things he's saying because obey lecture no some of us were thinking say this man is coming to tell us say the Ghana for emra me ma ban mu no beka ABCD ene enoma aye west amamo Ghana for makwa hohia mu but because of ABCD enti ye tu anama afa ho na bibi amamo and okasa say we kire Ghana for benya gidie wo mu say no this person is a truthful person but ene Ghana for complain Ghana for osu petrol yentimi nto aduane ene amafo didi once a day e wo kroma say amafo ntimi ntua rent amafo ntimi ntua on electricity bills businesses are collapsing but Dr. Baumia say bibia ye indicator until we should forget about all these problems that are happening and those are the issues the former president sought to point out say Debbie enti me busa me nuanu mi say e dey na omampanyin that kan ya enye no kre because he did economic comparison. You don't do economic comparison in a vacuum. You do year on year analysis. Say, okay, 2016 me fra ban mu na petrol boy you say and the petrol boy na you saying and the nana you say well and petrol no dey enya buying fault e deregulation and am born I say last year in the midst of COVID petrol a boy ade ba kwa you say determine the cost of petrol the world market price of crude and taxes are buying the go so last year petrol boy fall to as low as $40 per barrel near to chrome ha obi ti petrol so chrome ha obi ti petrol ote so saying ote na ye saying ote so saying ote so saying ote so free saying the bar saying last year petrol prices crude prices fell as low as $40 per barrel petrol guys get to am for on top and the global market price has gone down. Ya anti petrol is what na so sa ama ene ye ka kire Ghana for say world market price of petrol is going up. Enti enutina e bo ne koso. But the time the prices were going down and we were told say Agya doesn't have any control in it. You see, so these are the difficulties we are having with the economy. The ordinary Ghanaian OTA does not care about digitalization. Of course, I'm not saying that it's not important. To some extent, it is good. But sad digitalization, no, it cannot operate in a vacuum. A common demand now the computer base me also. A common demand now the computer base me also. Me also because a common demand. So you must be able to provide the basic livelihood. At the Ghana for rent, food, means of transportation, and other story. One here won't pay through fee in Kodu Mum now seeking an answer because of
I find a boss or mama rent allowance and a visa. Or my rent allowance, or share boss or my rent allowance. Nina is share buying away. You see, and again, I think that is some of the problems. People think you are just being political. But you see, you cannot play with Ghanaians anymore. I say, I'm on your phone to me. Na say, Yankee can send me be sa keke. Yes, Yankee can send me be sa keke. Na yan for 2 me in my because and some Dr. Baumia catch in 2020 about 2 years and some be a year. And abaying a enemy catch say, Unisikano. To do anything, petrol boy won't mean so. There are at least 17 different taxes on fuel price, offer fuel price taxes on coin go so. Are they? I mean, how can we be running an economy like this? What happened to changing the focus of the economy? I'm saying now can be about
your friend is saying the tax net, which is very, very small and must be widened. I mean, I am widen tax net.
What's it?
I am widen tax net. Huh? The Nipa now, the head of the economic management team, Yamani to me, have to come up with innovative policies and programs about expanding about widening the tax net. And there are a lot of non-paying, non-tax-paying Ghanaians. Huh? All those people, what provisions is Abai making for them? You see, Moka Chira and say, Abai not so that they're innovative with taxes. And Timona all the innovations are more back in taxes. Mobile, the same old taxes now number compounded. You've not brought any innovation in Ghana's tax regime.
No,
that is not innovation. Minia, we tax for baby because baby robbing Peter to pay for. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. I'm saying bring innovation. Bring certain things that will reform the tax regime, that will allow for not just the paying of tax, but efficient way of tax mobilization. Because they say, domestic revenue now it's one of the problems we are facing. In the last year, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, government missed all its revenue targets. It means something is not being done right. Economy or budget, two side. So then you have to control your expenditure. But most of the sikasem ninye. And so sikanu Diana Moody. Sikasem ninye. Most of sikanu Diana Moody.
How can so?
Eja Kwabena offer plane £14,000 an hour. And the kwama on it. Kukuru a whole contingent. Share nan saying climate change a day or mukoye. Share nipa do eso mukogu.
You see nipa 24 na call.
Climate change you know. UN no any individual.
Propaganda no.
UN any individual.
I'm saying say
individual we are work we have to register with our government. As a member of the government delegate. That doesn't mean say government.
How many people in the government you are?
24.
More country 24.
Yeah, more generous. You see, the Okumasi. Yeah, something Yamiche.
Generous.
Mini Peace FM. Yes. Something Yamiche. And a pair of Casa or Peace FM. So no. On one a sponsor. And your government sponsor.
Okay.
But you have to register as a government delegate.
Okay.
Because
the
individual
point,
no
okay.
Please allow me. But the point I'm making is say you see kasemunya you say cut your coat according to your size. We see kasemunya na say we sika no untimi empe bi nka ho anase because of no more ID nti untimi mfa to ma. You check your expenditure. You manage your expenditure prudently. Agya no more for expenditure no go to the ministries, department, agencies, go and see the reckless expenditures going on.
Such as
go and see the reckless expenditures going on. You see, Anna, we are not putting our money into the priority areas. The areas are a relief, improvement about the life of the ordinary Ghanaian.
But
and the expenditure on necessary things in this country.
The government is gradually helping the public sector to open businesses such as the one district, one factory policy. It will take time because we don't have much money as a country. Rich Boat said the current government is confused with so many promises he made, and his followers don't want to say and stick to the truth simply because politics is the biggest scam ever, and I blame them much. But blame we citizenly pampling politician. Jesse Dunyose Solomon is just an MPP talker. Nana Yao entry say Nanado is very embarrassing. We all know. You deal with Nanado, pay him with his own coin. I like that, but don't appear to present GM as an alternative. Valentine Kwadwo something say you pay the passport forms. You pay the passport forms, please, with your mobile money account, please. Make that clear. And you're free. Because you will call any data and the battery. Data na de twi no.
Ogaze na me je ifri ana.
Was it from taxation to production is going on gradually. You can feel and see them if you remove your NDC opaque glasses from your eyes.
The wooden glasses.
Neil Armstrong upon also this young guy is in black is an NDC man. How can you not see any good in digitizing our economy?
I didn't say
Francis
that.
Appiagyei, I believe Nado should borrow more money and share into those and share to those Ghanaians who has no job. To start a job to build the economy. Anyway, yo, I'll say, Kasankwa, MPP government, DSA, no sorry. Politicians, unless they say and act based on truth, our country Ghana will never stop bleeding. When the teacher, what the year be? Yeah, for 2 minutes. Never budget here be. Go as a businessman. I don't know why.
The measure say, about be focus say obeying who free borrowing, no free scammer private sector. Na ye more money as be my interest rate type of. Na ama private sector it me akwa ko bisi ani bi. Need to be the aye material minimum. Afi omo agencies ne institutions no. Say omo ni businessmen e delay. Mo omo ni enili te say asese bi akromfo bi omo ni delay. Na also mo say yenye dwumedi a ye di no. Ene ma oman no hwehwa sopa. O permit no obi atena so. Police hia na o haraso. We ni yema sa nyoma ni nyem firo. Ye sa nyoma na oman no bekọ. Afi aban na ni nko ade for the procurement. Baby baako a edi o man yan say procurement the public sector no you inflated it too much. Look, it is not less than 30% across board. And the honor say to me ehwe procurement je wo de also be more de bia kura na so more so even 5%. I'm telling you say sika dodo na beba o man no kofese mu ama yetumi de ayede ediduma na fe aban send na make us Friday whereby yeah adopt people to say eat Ghana foods okay emu bebra ye produce okromu an ya na yesa ka say ana ye foreign exchange you know dollar na koso na de bia wo press obedi perfume rice or every Indonesia no e be de ye kromu ye sika koso ene nya men charge ye 1D1FA o ma start ye company si say mo anto wo mu nuane a one thought no buy omo ye nyoma omo ye no a we will go back to square one. Yan talk made in Ghana. Now it is only Ghanaians that can build this country. Obie no obetumi free baby aba be chichiro man ya man.
Okay.
Omo hwɛ kwan no omo yɛ Ghana fo.
Wo so Tom say na hwɛ kwan.
Kwabena budget menye sure say bi papa bi be free ma.
Oh,
how? You see
yes, yeah, but what is the meaning of a budget?
Yes, unimu shena. You see, and so obi expect to say you better taxes or obi pay tax base free. You forget it because you cannot consume mudi. So omu ye free no your friend say revenue shortfall no makofa no hen. Yes, and ye Eurobond so na ye under subscribed. Busian ko omu nya bi mbo because the country's financial position is very bad. If Obi expected say, Mestre, one more any high expectations, say budget, bar maybe a case cabo about 4 more 1 year before. So, medical the Asha Margin said, Brunia, they be a very dry Christmas. This is going to be one of the most difficult Christmas I ever did as Ghanaians. It's medical are prepared that. It's Sabi also will fear no prepare. Nothing is going to change. But I'm still interested in business. Later no answer my boss no answer my boss no Wilberforce Kweju say the same thing Mr. Mama is doing as a politician, just talking for the sake of power. Stephen Kani said Agya Kwabena, so MPP government is telling us that things are okay for us. Okay, in fact, at times I shy even to call myself an MPP member. Please, things are not easy now. We are suffering everywhere. We are suffering everywhere. So everywhere choke. Why?
are suffering, prices everywhere choke. Why? And you are sitting there talking about what Mama did. Please, no boo baby, or say or train, be dear, then nanom say I be born make me to me in kind. I would say I'm very surprised, Mr. Thompson, about Mr. Thompson's analysis. Why did NDC go to IMF? What is the foundation to build an industrialized economy, if not to make the economy digitized? Young man, you don't know digitalization is an innovative way to broaden the tax net into some the tax bar. Amano Jata Emmanuel say we the ordinary Ghanaians are learning. No one will come and deceive us. So you need abro, you need Nana Jedu Apple say masa make something submission. Nana ya went to say they are financed by the NDC, and you know the drill who simple granny. Doc, and then I shall quite budget.
Yeah, the emission can say I buy no increase the existing taxes. Name or widen or to say net, you know. So here this is the assembly now. It seems say almost tax correction and say almost serious, Papa. I hear baby to say property
taxes
rate to say now. Many say effective in the JGN. And now share even businesses all districts now. Almost court to say almost container near dinner. Okudru ono adna ni hwa na waka the opachero setua. It seems say omo nche den ni mechanism bi a omo timidi access.
How can you say such a thing?
Oh yes.
Yes.
No.
There is a fee fixing committee. Omo tenase ehwe businesses nyina from Nkatiache up to doctor a hospital operation. There is a fee fixing committee. Every assembly.
Yes.
Every assembly.
Yeah.
No, the budget. Say that.
Also,
and the American say, as omutiminya mechanism bi ase bi a wo container say no. Say ni eje o. Say na we say so was similar here. Say na say eje o. Ohwe market no bi so bebra. Ohwe ba bi say Madina market say ya. Say it seems a market for Dodo na Craba numerous daytime.
Night market too.
Night market too. Say Majidi say Omutimi introduce and also
online marketing. I was a mom diga internet.
Yes.
A what is here? Skakra was your mom could do.
It in Majidi say they need to as I'm widening there, you know. And some taxes if to say baller taxes. It seems a repetition because individual no etuya the baller tax utuya the baller bill and mad or versus a baller no that's a government say kofa baller tax ba metuya me baller dada
say no tax I know you adwuma na service na dey ma
and am say metuya me service dada
tax is different
the tax no service na no tax no
dabi
on tax on Belgium
free mo na me dey debit tax
say say baller tax yen free.
Yes, because a duplication.
Okay.
But the other fan baller no metuya ne ka me say betuya baller kama.
I know your tax
Is
the service now we provide
tax
so buy here ska
me service be na me provide
there or service provider now
on na so taxing no.
Yes, but
on so betia the tax.
Yes, but engineer, there's a possibility of double taxation.
Yes, absolutely. Because what about
we have been with double taxation all along. And yet we now back at double taxation. No, we need the money.
You need the money of a campus of edge. To say the Americans say, tax no.
Yes. But meanwhile we need
this money. Double.
We need this.
And you know, and now this is assembly here make us say no. Me gidi say property tax no so almost je na say petty things be our community no no. I expect say this is assembly no beti my na say mo so mo nya and so man for better dodge tax.
But unim omo the biggest defaulters of property tax politicians. biggest defaulters of property
asset
taxes.
declaration, how many of them
politicians.
declare the asset before? You see, there is a
politicians.
problem. So
They don't pay. They own those plus.
Anyway,
they don't pay.
Mejidu say, Ghanaians are already overburdened. I know say government need here sika. Sika on here also from the tax. The tax they are hard than no. So much in the year. And send the children so much be back home. Mejidu say, you better asia mom. But a few people need to attain be now be increasing. That same few people now overburden on one. A bedroom baby no people will begin to dodge the payment of the tax into among those areas in the year.
So we will go after you.
Okay.
How do you do?
Engineer, I tell also shall can say the budget then I will share when they free.
Well, me person here say last year budget, no, this year budget, no, from January to date, no. And near mana abanka say oh yeah, no. There ain't why I drew. Yeah, I was so to me best spelling out because the share sanitation say no say obesi recycling plant, obesi treatment plants, Sashanti region and the north. I want to know, baby, sab plant no, si akobo sosokra statia. I also because the budget was for this year's budget and yet carry forward budget. Say a 4-year budget, that's fine. But when a year-to-year budget, and from January to date, and the amount of cash will be in Nano, say I was so much dear what in your okay. Now I pay no. Yeah, man, I'm more taxes, sir. Because I believe in the tax regime. Because without tax, I don't know how you want the government to run the nation. Onti min koton bibia niamani ya tonwi kokon ya kra no ya da kojiska get fund ya da kojiska bibia ebia next time ni se bia ye stadium ne ayi kakra na aka no na ebetimi dia kojiska bi because bibia no ya da koji enti ne ye ko Japa ako assassinase asadi anu so akojiska. I don't know what we want to do. Enti ye hear taxes no near the running nation. And then we look at a omokate expenditure was so because a hono expenditure no. And this is so a hard and balance it taxes na ye.
Yeah, but engineer taxes no na ye can say. Let's get more people to pay the taxes.
But that one is the GRA's business.
Yes, let's get more people to pay the taxes.
And this creating pressure that obi owo maimu abia etua tax. The fundamental is the indirect tax and the direct.
Exactly.
Obi etua tax. Direct tax no. And e kwa ko yes.
Anti say me so media mechanism. Me so me hwe kwan say tax na so be mu miem so that few who are paying direct taxes no. They are overburdened.
Exactly. I know the
because bibi ti say amount for your illegal connection bebre. It's one more top power no. Ade so nyina be go mo so say. Wo na ese so obi o ye
illegal connection no over unimi here.
Dabi.
One me.
So mo ye ne wo.
Na you the same easy for na be.
You see?
So what are you talking about? Somebody must control them.
Enti na eno ano no. Na messages aba no
electrician me say I will lead illegal
and me to me ya misrompo me yisi for me no mo ko da bia Mr. Lutrod na ECG me no ko da bia na e obetum recover yisi asense me meter na ye de phone ka ho ni bi no ye de phone check no burade nyankopon
dwane say ye
ai mo so me bia
check oni amani nyina e wo fie ho
me check ni mo ama be check ni nyanso still papa ntino na eno no nte abejafo madam asina no pese bunya abre ebaye na ibidi enkomo Solomon Owusu businessman no timi che peyi me da wase papa Dr. Bonsu Osei Owusu Osei political analyst ono no te menimu pe tenso pe no doc me da se and afi Mensa Thompson executive director ama sepa ono te me benkum so I say me nifa so o shatare tuntuwi onso me da na se and afi Miami engineer Isaka Amonkote or civil engineer and a local government expert wono so ade nim de ebebeta akire na ye ka se ebreninti nka yibisebisa other questions pa na so ebreninti ye de besia na yakopon ya adoma ya san atoa so ebere fufuro mu na boatema maame boatema amofa good morning ma wachia no pe ye bedi nkomo me pon a me fro and oh yeah then
a very happy birthday to a very good friend of mine, Dr. Williams Pani on the CEO of Williot Consulting Engineering.
Okay.
Construction engineering. JJS for na air so Monday. Nyame nka ho
pa eno kore.
Omo bre.
Omo brampa na omo ba so.
Omo bre.
Adesua enafo. Wa face bi da. Time na wusa wo trouser yo.
Me dan say ene Lashwandra laye mum ma abrofu di dia na so Lashwandra laye wo Roman Rich School if you mama doka CEO e de man na KK services osenya kopon hira papa no manim dia e kosoro ye pa na Roger birthday ye fie a ye kodidi Roger fie obia mesiko Roger fie no kodidi wo ho Roger Koti ene na woda se eno ano no obi akoro jafi no nkodidi eti ye de besia na ye de aseda ama aboafo a wo mu ekura ye mu abribia na adwumadi ebrem specialized nsuo eka ho bi this way chocolate drink and coffee drink eka ho bi sanso na koja farmer wo mu de toothpaste makoma different miensa na ba ne bo nso de da fam pa 2 series 3 series 4 5 series 6 series for pa and afi procoda quantity papunu ene nyama hodo na afi de wusu yanum no ye kama pa kojak pia udi gina wanum a bacteria bi enu a enyi fi wanum ye da ma se eno nso achi nso no farmer transform de lumitrust aba eno malaria duru de mankwada and afi lumitrust fort no eno ye press eno mpanifo ye nso ye dia and afi trazol 400 a akutia sunsun biara oni padua no mu no wo mo so eboa ye bi na ye de dwumadie ye ebremu specials mabo odi mamodin a ankasa mu aba I tell me say those for sapon me ma wachi ha no pay ene Mr Danso and Sandra and you for more specializing in and this way for so ma wachi no pay Adams or Agya Mary and ebusuanfo ni nyina ma mu nyina achi no pay Babs point for there be chia wo kakra bi keke ni chi omu I omo ne menya fight mi so me no menya fight idi Agya Kwabena meda production team na say Obimpe and afi Randy and I do check me sound man me Agbeni boy wo friend there Agbeni boy friend there do check sound man me no friend there Yima and afi me cameraman or wa papa or and chief watchman Okito ono so awo chichi ufide mame me di de Agya Kwabena ho Yakopon ya do e be sen hia da ye ka nyina ne so man kan ko ne puntunti eti de sesa wo ye no man ko nanim ye man ko nanim na emwa na Ghana fa no to my friend ya kramo adamu nyina ase